Core, presented by TRAXION, welcomes you to virtual Charlotte Motor Speedway for the Core Splash and Go Live All-Star Race. This is going to be exciting, huh? It's a radical night here for the Core League. No points on the line, nothing but glory. There is no money at the end of this as well. It's the All-Star Race here from Charlotte. In the Radicals, Jacob Hitz, Kevin McAdams, Sean Butler with you for the call. Zach Johnson, our producer for tonight. We're doing the Open right now. We are moments away from getting the Open underway. 3 different 15-lap races. The field inverts at the end of each one. The winner of each race will move on to the All-Star race. There is a fan vote as well. That closes after the Open is done. It is still open now. If you want to vote, I'll throw the link in the chat in a couple of moments. But, Sean, there's also a QR code up on the screen. If you can't scan it, I'll have a code, or I'll have the link for you in a moment. Now, it is kind of just hiding down there. But nonetheless, it works. So, it's growing. Look at that.
Oh, boy. Okay. All right, Zach, calm down. All right, there you go. And now it's gone. Okay, it popped.
Yep. So, 15 drivers here looking to crack their way in. 4 of these drivers will be in the big show. The other 11 are going to be going home. And, Sean, based off of what we saw in practice, these guys are basically running around here almost like it's Indy cars at a plate track. They're fast, they're packed together tight, and the wrong move can cause havoc for the field.
I mean, it's pretty much going to be a case of not if, but when every single one of these guys is going to wad these cars up. So it's going to be a matter of who can survive the carnage, stay in front of the wreck, and ultimately race their way into the main event of this thing. But I think you're going to hit the nail on the head with this one, Jake. It's going to be carnage, chaos, and any other awful adjective you can throw at this race. It is going to be wild, to say the least.
And Kevin, with these things, damage is turned off, so they're just going to keep running them and running them and running them. So really, there is no punishment if you make contact, other than it's just going to send you to the back of the grid.
Well, maybe not from the cars themselves as far as punishment, but with only 15 guys out here, you're going to see someone who maybe you wreck somebody, and, you know, stage 2 or stage 3, so we have the grid pull up, you're going to see maybe some revenge and some retribution in the later heats. And if 10 guys get to the main event, I think we'll see more of that kind of revenge factor. So you still got to be a little bit clean here in these radicals. And we've talked about it a little bit before we went live. No out of bounds. Everywhere is in bounds.
It can be paved, it can be grass. As long as it's not pit road, you can use it to try and win yourself the race. The grid has been scrolling across the bottom of your screen. David Schildhouse and Gabe Wood with Jeff Green on the hood of the car will bring us around for the green flag of race 1 of 3 here in the Open. Pace truck is on pit road. It's time to get radical. The Open from Charlotte is underway. And already some blocking. Got Champagne down on the grass trying to make it 3 wide. Schildhouse is going to cover the spot. Gabe Wood going to get some help on the outside line from, who in the world is that? I believe Ian Plash.
There's going to be carnage everywhere. Look at the, I said I was going to say this once, the Beans car of Gary Owen getting a big push from Davin Cornelius in that purple car right up the middle of the field. He's going to be challenging for 3rd right now. That's Cosman Ioannishu in that Fox 46 Charlotte car. But a lot of paint schemes are going to be in this. We're taking a good onboard look from Davin, and he's got nothing but beans right in front of him as they make their way through the front stretch.
Oh, trouble, trouble, trouble. Champagne saves it down on the flat. He went to the grass again, and this time he couldn't hold on. He's going to lose the draft, but he keeps the fenders on it. He keeps it going straight. We stay green. Ben Easterday told the drivers in pre-race that he is going to be more lenient with the cautions, so it better be a pretty big wreck, and it better be toward the front of the field if you want to see a caution. If you're wrecking in the back and it's only 2 cars, we're likely going to keep it green.
And we talked about pretty much everywhere being in play, especially that turf through the quad oval here at Charlotte. You can gain some ground if you can manage to save it through that turf. A lot of uneven surface. You have to transition to the Legends Oval in the road course entry, and Justin nearly wrecked it and he's going to be out of this pack. These guys are still side by side now, 3 wide. Here comes the number 94. That's Ian Plash on the 3rd lane to the top side.
Team Rick up high with Plash and Cisco Scaramuza pushing each other. Then Gary Olin and Davin Cornelius in the middle.
Oh, boy.
Downstairs, it's Schildhouse, and then you've got Cosman. Behind all of that is Gabe Wood, 3rd in line on the inside, as we are 3 wide, 2 rows deep for the lead.
Oh, there they go. They're thinking about it. Cosman Jonas Shoe got very, very tight going into 1. He thought of 4 wide, and Gabe just hip checks Gary Owen off of 2 there. 3-car breakaway, 3 wide from 4th on back. Here comes the 64 of Eliza Bethal to 4th place on the bottom. She breaks through the madness, and Jacob, they are 3 by 3 by 3 behind them.
The only downside of pushing and being real aggressive, almost setting up a tandem, is the fact that these things do start to overheat. Now, I don't think we actually learned whether or not if the engine goes, does it really hurt you since damage is turned off? I think it still does, but nobody was really bold enough to try it in practice and experiment. Gabe Wood leads the outside line. David Schildhouse leads down low. We will have just 10 laps to go this time by in this first race for the Open. Is now Davin's going to go to the top, and Ian gets squirrely, hangs on to it. A great catch.
Oh, Plash learned that you do not push the pusher. Scaramuza all over the back end of him nearly sent that 94 around in front of the rest of the pack. These guys are now cutting the, the quad oval grass or the turf going through turn 1. Things starting to slow. Oh, Davin Cornelius hard into the outside wall.
Oh, no.
Caution.
He is
stuck. We're racing Davin is all I can see right there.
Yeah. He's the only one left in the wall, that is. We're going to keep it green. I think Keenan just apologized over the radio for that, saying that he didn't even think they made contact. But he's going to stay up there, I assume. Yes, he is going to have to tow. That's going to knock him out of contention more than likely to win this race. We got 2 more plus the fan vote here for him to rely on. David Schildhouse has led, I believe, every single lap, and things have sorted out single file. Now, in testing these things last night, from what I learned, you're going to want to be toward the back of the field, but you're going to need help if you're going to make a move. As these tires start to age, the ability for you to go down to the apron like Travis Brown is doing right now gets a lot harder, and you lose momentum. You see, he's going to lose spots. Gary Owen, and around goes Gary, hard into the wall, up into the air.
That's going to be a caution.
Is involved. Oh, and more trouble for Gabe Wood. He goes up in the air, and the caution is out. That might save the 77, but the caution's out for the first time in the Open.
Keenan Kusin was sent to the pit lane. We're going to take another look at this. We'll get it pulled up, but it looks to me, Kevin, that Keenan Kusin didn't quite know that he and Gary Owen were 3 wide on the front stretch, and he gets right into what's the Beans car in the middle there. Keenan just comes down, gets turned, gets all the way through the grass. Does he hit the pit wall? I don't think he does. No, he stays there. So no damage done, even though there's no damage in these cars, but definitely a scenario where they were not clear on the front stretch.
It looks like he was just following Cody Hicken, trying to give him a push through the front stretch, and these guys still wrecking a little bit after the initial caution. But yeah, just a little bit of a case of just following the guy in front of you and not knowing you're clear. And these guys are going to be fine. A couple of these guys that, were out of the draft because of incidents that they were involved in, Justin Champagne and Davin Cornelius, also going to be back in the lead fray. And oh my gosh, thank God this is sim racing and not the real thing. That could have been a bloodbath. But we're going to keep going green here in a few laps, and we'll have maybe 3-4 laps to go for the stage or for the heat.
We should have 5, I think. Davin is still on pit road and still towing. I think he's just going to throw in the towel because he's not going to get all his laps back here. We do have green-white checkers for each of these races. 3 green-white checkers for each, and then we have 3 green-white checkers as well in the All-Star race itself, I do believe, if things are set up properly. So we are, I believe, 2 to green. We'll see if Ben shortens the caution once they hit the back straightaway. David Schildhouse is still your leader. Then it's Cosman, Eliza Bethal, Lola Snaka, Cody Hicken, your top 5. Caleb Hoffman, our social media guy, he's out there trying it tonight. Then Travis Brown, Kyle Cuthbertson, Cisco Scaramuza, Ian Plash, your top 10.
We got our last couple of positions here. There you see Justin Champagne is back in it. He needed that caution. Gabe Wood, Gary Owen, Keenan Kusin, and Davin Cornelius is back out on the racetrack. He will bring up the tail end of the field in 15th. So to kind of answer your question earlier, Jacob, about the damage being off, I think I saw a little bit of damage on a couple of the cars on that caution. I think maybe they had, oh my goodness, I think they have the healing damage on.
Yeah.
For this.
Well,
so
the healing damage is the way no damage in iRacing works now. When you turn damage off, damage still appears, but it heals very quickly over time. That's how you turn damage off in the sim now. There is just no damage option. When you turn damage off, that's what you get.
So I'm thinking that going back to the engine, since that's on, I don't think they can blow these engines. We'll see though, as they're going back to green.
5 laps to settle the first stage, the first race of the Open. Green flag. Schildhaus is on the gas, and he is gone.
Everyone going to file into the bottom lane. 3 wide there going into 1. Eliza Bethal nearly taken 3 wide. It looks like that was Cody Hicken in that Haviline cars. They're 3 wide. It looks to be about the 5th spot on back. Hicken goes down to the apron, gets hit, and he's going to save it. That's going to cost him a lot of spots. Another turn.
3. They had no idea they were 3 wide. A big crash. We're going to stay green. Lula Snaka and Cisco Scaramuza involved. Here comes Davin. He's only 1 lap down. He goes by. 4 laps to go. I don't think they had any idea that they were 3 wide until it was too late.
I think you're right. As they were 3 wide, I think Cisco came up a little bit and just turned himself and a couple others. But we stay green, single file for the first 6 or 7 positions. First battle for I think that's 6th. Gonna be between Champagne and Gabe Wood. Gabe Wood in that 50 car. Oh, Hickens on the apron, trying to get himself back up. Maybe not gonna work. Here comes the number 23 and Travis Brown in the 01 on that 3rd lane, tandeming on the outside line.
Cody got pushed down to the apron that time and had to move Ian Plash in order to get back up on the racetrack. As we go on board with Travis Brown, who lost in family-friendly moon car last night. Soared a good bit. But here he is trying to race his way in. He held an invitational race with these cars at this racetrack last year back in April. The winner of that race, the driver of the Haviland car, Cody Hicken.
And Cody is trying to make something happen on the apron. We've seen him use it the last couple of laps, so he's not afraid to try to make up some spots down there. But they're going to have to go quickly. 2 laps to go here at Charlotte as they fan out going into 1. The 2 on the top side, that is Ian Plash and Gabe Wood with Jeff Green plastered on the front of that car. And there goes Gary Owen trying to make it 3 wide as he falls back in line.
When does Cosman make the move? We're coming to the white flag in race 1. Oh, there goes Gary. He's going to drift it into the grass. We're going to stay green. I believe he saved it. Coming to the white flag. The next flag will end it. It will be the checkers. Schildhaus leads the penultimate lap in race 1. Let's see if he can lead to the checkered flag.
Schildhaus has been leading this entire heat, but he has that getting results. Fox 46, Charlotte 84 car all over the back bumper. Here comes Plash to the outside with a huge push from Gabe Wood down the backstretch for the final time in heat 1.
Travis Brown shoves his way onto the apron. The apron's got to be your friend. Gets moved up the hill. He hangs on, pinching with Eliza. Contact. Here comes Cosman to the inside. They are 4 wide behind. Cosman loses it. There's trouble behind, and David Schildhaus is going to win Heat 1. In a photo finish, crashing at the line was Caleb Hoffman and Eliza Bethal, and I believe Justin Champagne involved in it as well. David Schildhaus is your Heat 1 winner. He is in the All-Star race for the 2nd year in a row.
Man, David Schildhaus led from flag to flag. We will not see that all too often in this car track combination, but what a job by David Schildhaus to keep that thing moving straight and keep it out front and avoid all of the carnage here, guys. So a brilliant job by David, and night's just beginning from him. He's got work to do, but nonetheless gets himself some momentum heading into the main event.
Let's show the results here quickly, I think, maybe, if we can. I don't know. There it is. Schildhouse, then Cosman, then Travis. Now, keep in mind, this is going to inverse for the start of this second race. So what does that mean? That means Schildhouse drops out. Cosman and Travis will be at the back. Davin Cornelius is going to be on the front row with Cisco Scaramouza, since he finished in the 14th position. Before this race starts, let's talk with our Heat 1 winner, David Schildhouse. You're going back-to-back to make the All-Star race. What do you think your chances are to win the thing here tonight?
How many drivers are there?
I believe at most we will see 14, but a few more people have dropped than we counted on, so I think we're going to be around 12.
Then I'll say 1 in 12.
All right. Perfect.
Wow.
That was pretty cool, man. Cosman's my painter. I was wondering what he was going to do to try and get the win for himself, and he didn't really make a move, and I told him on the cooldown lap, that was great pushing, and I won't forget it. So if I have the ability to help him out, not help him win the whole thing, but if I can help him out during it, I definitely will. I appreciate that. Him pushing me and not really making it too hard on me.
So you're not going to make the same move and just ride behind Cosman, push him to the win if it comes down to it in the real race?
I will push him or anybody until the white flag lap. It's just like a super speedway. And I tell anybody that I'll work with you until the white flag lap. And then it's all bets off. Everybody's for themselves. Do what you got to do. It's $10,000 to win, Jacob. I will do whatever it takes.
This isn't the LCQC.
$10,000 multiplied by 0, I guess, is what you're looking at. David, best of luck here in the All-Star race for the rest of the night.
Well, as Rick Allen said, anything added to 0 is still 0.
Yes, sir. You got it. All right, David Schildhouse. Your race 1, heat 1, whatever you want to call it, 1 winner here tonight from Charlotte.
$10,000.
It's Zimbabwe dollars.
When did that come up?
Zimbabwe dollars.
No.
Once he's going to rob a bank after this, I don't know where he's getting money from because it's not coming from this.
What a generous showing from Traction to put $10,000 to the winner of this race.
You know who I really feel bad? Pushed David to the win. Didn't really get any help out of turn 4 to get the heat win. Cosman's consolation prize is 14th in heat 2 to start. He'll have to go all the way through the field to win it.
Of course, he's sponsored tonight, so I'm sure he would want to be in the main event. He's got 15 laps to get it back up to the front, or he can ride around and then get the invert to work his way in the next one. Green flag, big stack up. Eliza went. Davin did not, and here comes Keenan in the grass, 3 wide. He's going to lose some spots to turn 1.
I mean, that might have to be under review for Keenan, but he's giving the spots back like a gentleman, so he's going to be a very classy move for Keenan. But they're 3 wide here. That's Caleb Hoffman in the 92. That's stuck 3 wide up there. Travis Brown muscling his way through the field. He started right next to Cosman in the back. He's already in the top 5. Look at this. And side by side for the lead. 3 wide for second.
Oh! Huge crash.
Oh, no.
Travis Brown to the moon, 1 upside down. Keenan is in the fence.
Oh, man.
Yes, Justin Champagne went for a barrel roll. Huge crash coming off turn 4.
That's a red flag. Oh, man.
Oh, my goodness. Travis Brown hit the wall head on. Justin Champagne was involved. Heavy damage until his car healed. Hit the wall again. Re-healed.
Keenan landed roof first.
Gary Owen was on the apron throughout that whole thing and got involved. He got a little bit of, he pretty much just slid it. And
I don't want to watch this again. If you're squeamish, look away, folks.
It's all right.
Oh my God.
Keenan Kusan threw someone in the air.
Travis just came to a dead stop in the fence.
I don't know who was worse. I don't know if Champagne's impact was worse because he was hit by Kusan or if it was just Travis's head-on collision. Oh my God. Well,
one of the most hellacious wrecks. Oh my God.
I would say every year, in the duels for Daytona, there's always a wild one and a calm one. Well, we have 3 heats tonight, and so far, this has lived up to be the wild one so far in Heat 2.
Travis, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, I guess he's all
right, isn't he?
I just wanted to know.
Are you intact?
Yeah, that was I don't know, that was something. Apparently, it was a huge net code. But yeah, we were digging, man. I mean, we were hauling up there. But I don't know. I can do it again. I think I'm going to be starting closer to the front than I was at the initial start there, so it'll be good. How about that run on the last lap of that first one, though? That was pretty
Yeah, he almost got up there.
Yeah.
Travis, you know what the hell you're doing in these things. So, I mean, no damage is on. Are you gonna send it again on the first lap and get up there?
Oh, you damn tootin'. I
didn't know why I asked.
I want to play it smart to a degree because there is an invert, and these are a lot harder to pass in than they used to be. So I don't know. We'll figure it out though. I'm probably gonna send it though because it's kind of been Cobb City out here. I want to get out of this.
Well, we're looking forward to it, man. Give him hell out there, and for the love of God, don't wreck it.
All right.
Thank you, Travis.
We are coming to green. Davin and Lula Snaka on the front row. Both drivers were in the All-Star race a season ago. They're going to try and make it here tonight. I'm sorry, Lula wasn't in this thing last year. What am I talking about? Green flag.
Oh, man, look at this third lane. Cosman jumped up there. Travis jumped up there. And who's that last car behind? I think that's Cisco behind them getting that third lane up there. And they will fall to 2 wide. Now 3 wide. Travis gets doored by Hicken going into 1. I can't really say doored. There's no doors on these things. But side by side down the backstretch, a lot more tame, it looks like, this time around.
Wait till they get to turn 3. There's a lot of pinching going on. As they get into turn number 3. Evan and Eliza leading the inside line. Lowell and Gabe Wood leading the outside line. They are 2 by 2 the whole way.
Jeff Green, Machine, and Gabe Wood trying to give the 25 of the Snaka a push to get this second line to work. We really haven't seen this second lane come in just yet. Seems like that bottom is the place to be. And we saw that with David Schildhouse led the wire to wire for Heat 1. But Davin on that inside getting a shove from Eliza Bethall. But that second lane starting to creep forward. A Snaka about a half car length in front of the 77, back side by side in 3.
Coming to 10 to go in Heat 2. Davin on the inside, Lowell up on the outside. Oh, there's contact. Oh, and there goes Gabe. He's going to go around. Cisco around. Crash again. Yeah. Oh, my God. Gabe Wood.
Oh, no.
Oh, my gosh.
The damage.
Another horrific crash.
The G-forces. Oh, my gosh, guys.
We may need another red flag for this one. That was...
Yeah. I hope we brought the tarps to this track tonight. My gosh. Let's get a replay here if we can. Lowell is your race leader after all of that, by the way.
I'm trying to see if Bethall just gave Davin a bad block or if it was netcode from a Snaka coming down, and it might have been the latter because I don't think Eliza was even on him. And then we'll see Gabe gets hits again, and then here comes Champagne to launch him into the fence.
Oh, my God.
And pirouettes through the air. We saw Champagne had that same treatment last time, so he just now delivers it. And Gabe Wood, and caution's out once again, and we're going to have to see these guys re-rack it here. About 6 or 7 to go.
Yeah, that might have been, as we go on board with Cisco, I thought at first that there could have been some net code between Lowell and Davin. We need to get another look at it. Oh, my, he went under not 1 but 2 cars. He went under Gabe, and another one got up in the air, and he went underneath it.
I'm trying to get a closer look, because I thought Eliza just gave him a bad bump, but she's about a couple of feet off the back end of
second
Davin.
Car on the inside,
and it looks like netcode. It looks like when Davin comes up and Lowell comes down, there's about a foot of netcode between them, and it kind of gets the 77 a little squirrely, and that sets, well, carnage is what Sean has said.
All right, so Keenan just got his lap back, so he's back on a lead lap now. Everybody is on the lead lap here for what's going to be about a...
Should be working lap 8,
math
so
is hard.
8 to go. 8 to go.
8 to go, yeah. Yeah, it sounds right.
If you guys are wondering why halos are popping up more and more in these open cockpit cars, the last 2 wrecks are why.
Yeah, no doubt about it. All right, so Lowell on the inside, Davin on the outside to bring us down to the restart. So same front row, just in different spots. Pace truck is in. And here we go. 8 laps to go in Heat 2 of the Core All-Star Race Open. Big stack up, and we've got trouble. Around goes Kyle Cuthbertson. We keep it green, a big stack up, and Eliza couldn't get out of the gas in time.
Looks like somebody maybe missed a shift or something, but Cuthbertson gets the worst end of that. Is up front, Davin Cornelius making that middle lane work. He's got a big shove from Gabe Wood, and you think Gabe is going to stay on the rear bumper. It looks like it. Both of them are clear. They've got Ian Plash up there. Cornelius is going to go down to the bottom to protect that, so 2 cars left on the outside as Cornelius has to find the lane to block, but Wood has a run off of turn 4.
Here comes Cody looking down on the grass, trying to pick up some spots down there. Davin continues to lead, but Gabe Wood, he almost died, and here he is now fighting for the lead up on the outside line with help from Ian Plash.
Thought Gabe Wood not going to the bottom behind Davin was a mistake, but it looks like he is getting a massive shove as 3 wide, almost Lul trying to look low on Davin Cornelius continues to bump in, but here comes that second lane. Travis Brown shoving the back end of Eliza Bethal, and now Gabe Wood sneaks to the bottom in front of Davin.
So he will take the lead and try and bring Jeff Green to the All-Star race. Davin pops back up to the outside. He'll get help from Ian. As Eliza backs out, I think she senses that this could end bad as trouble. That's Justin Champagne that got sideways with Cody Hicken. They were able to hang on and keep it straight, but they're going to lose a lot of time and lose the draft.
Champagne for the second straight race gets sideways in turns 1 and 2, and he's able to save it. But back up front again, Cornelius with a big push from Ian Plash. Ian, one of the most underrated, I would say, super speedway drivers, knows how the draft packages and iRacing works, and he's going to shove Davin Cornelius back to the front. But now look at this tandem out here. You got Ian Plash up top, Travis Brown right behind him. They're thinking about 3 wide, think better of it, but these two can make some noise down the back straightaways. Here comes Plash.
Yeah, it's a little too early to be making 3 wide moves for the lead. We've got 4.5 to go. Davin on the inside, Plash on the outside. It's 2 wide, 3 rows deep. Then you've got Gary, Eliza, and Cisco riding around in the background.
9 cars left in Heat 2 for the win. Side by side still now for the second position. Ian Plash getting a huge push from Travis Brown through the quad oval. Now he lines up even with Davin Cornelius. Never mind, Davin gets a little bit of a run. They hit the apron. That disrupts the momentum just a little bit of that inside line, and that's going to allow the 94 Neil one to try and get another stretch of run. Look at Jeff Green. What a goofy picture. Coming to 3 to go.
3 laps to settle it. We do have green-white checkers if we need them, but the main goal is the white flag. As long as we hit that, we are committed. If they crash before the white flag and Ben is quick on the button, we will do overtime. Again, no damage on these things, and you can run just about anywhere that's not pit road. Gabe up on the outside, Lowell downstairs trying to make a move on Davin. Instead, he's going to stay tucked up right behind and give him the push. Beans as well as there. Gary Owen coming to 2 laps to go.
Gabe Wood made an aggressive move to the outside going into turn 1. He's going to try to make this work. Ian Plash has been able to push everyone that he's helped up there to the front, and I think Gabe recognizes that as he's got a big run now. Plash shoving him into turn number 1. Bethal thinks about making it 3 wide. They're 3 wide in the back. There's contact. Beans is around.
And Cisco. And who else is that? That's the Cosman. Not Fox 46. But meanwhile, the inside line is killed, and no, that's Gabe Wood that goes to the front. Ian is clear for second as well. It's a 5-horse pony show at the dog races with Travis Brown capping it off in P5. Coming to the white flag in Heat 2. Let's see if they can make it. Gabe Wood leads. Ian Plash is in second. Davin's in third. Lula Snaka fourth. Travis Brown P5 to turn 1.
And then there were 5 out of 14, only 5 left, single file down the backstretch for the final time. When is Ian Plash going to get out of line and take advantage of this draft? Is he going to have anybody to help him? White flag.
He's going to need help if he wants to get by. He goes to the outside. Davin looks to go with him. Let's see if Lowell goes with him. Davin to the apron. We're going to be 3 wide. Lowell's going to try and make it 4 wide. There's contact. They're all going to crash. Up and over goes Davin, and at the stripe, Ian Plash wins 2.
What a finish. Ian Plash surviving that last move. I think what Davin did, it was the right move. Ian is getting a good chuckle out of this, but Kevin, that looked like a massive amount of net code when Davin went down to the apron. I thought he did the right thing, as he is still flipping on the front stretch. But nonetheless, hell of a finish for Heat 2.
Is that the same 2 drivers too? I think it's Lowell and Davin. Yeah, it is. And it looks like Lowell, once again, just gets near him and just... Davin gets dead sideways loose on that flat and takes out pretty much everybody else besides the 94, and even Gabe barely got out of that, and he almost snuck away with the win. I'm gonna replay here of this whole thing, and we were talking about it down the backstretch. Ian just biding his time. You kind of have to wait as long as. Oh, never mind. We're going to the next one.
Warm up. All right, here we go. We'll get a replay because iRacing.
Here's the replay. We're now in warm up. It only lasts a minute too, so it might do it again here. Right, but here is the finish.
Watch this purple car dives to the apron, and upon further review, he might have got hooked right here. But watch how the car reacts when he goes to correct it. It just juts right back around. Travis almost got around it, sends Davin flipping. And at the end, 2 cars survived. Maybe Ian didn't really have to swerve down and hit Gabe like that, but nonetheless, he had the win locked up, and a hell of a job for Ian. He pushed everybody to win that race, only fitting that he comes away with it.
Well, and Gabe was behind coming off turn 4. He had a little bit of side draft. He got sideways. Lowell kind of caught him as he got sideways. That killed any momentum that he had. So Gabe Wood will line up in the back, and on the front row will be Justin Champagne and Cisco Scaramuza. Shieldhouse is already out. He's already made the big show. Let's talk quickly, if we can, to the driver of the 94 and Ian Plash. Maybe. Ta-da. All right, there he is. Ian, how about that? Stage 2 winner.
How about that? That was so much fun. You know, I couldn't get away from Gabe race 1. I couldn't get away from Gabe race 2, and I thought, you know, I could just push him to a win. But nah, we're all-star racing, baby. That's all that matters. Let's go.
So, you're in the all-star race now. What's the plan for the big show? Now that you're going to be racing around the big guys like Cozy and Frisch and all them.
Go fast, turn left, push the guy in front of me, and pray. That's about it.
Now, Ian, I had one question really quick. You just mentioned pushing. Now, during this race, you had to have pushed at least 3 different people to the lead. These things are underratedly hard to push and make anything happen with. So what has been your key or strategy to getting a good push and being the best, most efficient shover, if you will, to the lead for these guys out here?
So I've noticed that when you're on the back bumper of the person and then you start pushing, you're okay, and the momentum doesn't kind of jack up the front end. You know, we do have these wedges on the front, but really, so long as you don't hit the guy too hard at the initial start, you can just put your foot down like it's old tandem drafting days back in like 13, 14, 15, and it's my comfort zone. That was my jam back in the day, and I'm glad to see it come back a little bit.
I may or may not have mentioned that once or twice during that race, but nonetheless, Ian, great job getting yourself into the big show. And for the love of God, I told Travis this too: do not flip at all in the big show.
yeah, it'll be a good time. Just didn't expect to be here. Just glad to be in the main. Let's go to the rest of Team Rick. Hope one of those 2 make it.
Yes, sir. Thanks, Ian, for joining us. Good luck to you, dude.
Hell yeah, brother.
All right, here we go. The final 15 laps in this event. Justin Champagne on the inside. Kyle Cuthbertson is on the outside here. There you see the QR code again. If you haven't voted already, go vote your favorite driver into the Core All-Star race.
Just full screen it so you can scan it.
Well, we're coming to green now. Let's maybe not do that. Green flag, last heat in the open. The highest, the driver with the highest amount of votes that is not already locked in from the open will make it as Gavin gets doored by Cody Hicken. Those are teammates. They're able to save it.
And I'm thinking the guy that most deserves to win this one is our leader, Justin Champagne. The last 2 races, he's gotten hit by somebody, which caused him to lose the draft. So he is due for a win in this one. He's got Cisco pushing him, and then he's got the Fox 46 Charlotte WZYY or whatever it is on the front of that car for Cosman. So formidable top 3, and they're actually very tame at the front of the field. Then you got to go back to the field for the first side-by-side for about the 12th spot.
Everybody's single file for now, and this is about how many cars we'll have in the All-Star race. We have 11 on the racetrack right now. I think we're 12 on the racetrack right now. I think we're going to see about 12 in the All-Star race itself, since there were a couple that could not make it tonight.
Look at Cisco. Focused.
Yeah. Focused as always. Looking to the inside.
Oh my God!
No! Big crash. We stay green. Cosman takes the lead.
Champagne Scaramuza, sorry, out of the lead.
Scaramuzi. Wow.
It already sounds Italian enough. All right, down the backstretch, and now Cosman has the lead back in that getting results. Fox 46 he's probably, hoping that he can get a win. He had a chance in Heat 1, and he just fell short just a little bit behind David Schildhouse. But right now, single file minus Louis Snaka and Davin Cornelius trying to get their way through this front stretch on that outside line, getting a little bit of momentum here. And Cosmic goes around. Big impact.
He
Someone
gets hit by
flipped him over. That was Travis Brown, I think, that flipped him.
We're still green. We're still green. Oh, they are stacking up. Keenan right in the middle there, bouncing around with Caleb Hoffman behind him. Lua leads the outside line. He is your leader for the moment. Cody Hicken leading downstairs. He's going to try and take this lead away.
Hicken looking to get another shove to the front here. Kyle Cuthbertson, we saw him get wrecked in the last race, and Lewell gets taken 3 wide. He has no help up there. So look at Gary Owen in the Beans car just pushing Davin to the lead up there, and it looks like he's going to make it work through 1 and 2. Cornelius with a little bit of a front bumper ahead.
Davin leading in the outside line. It was Davin that pushed Cody to the win in that Moon Car Invitational here in these race cars. Let's see if we get the inverse here tonight as Gary Owen takes second away. And these two Canadians are going to try and push themselves to the finish line with 10 laps to go this time by.
I feel like these races are more and more becoming like Squid Game. If you flinch just a little bit, you get shot out of the field and sent out of the pack. These guys make one small mistake and they are gone. As these guys all over the place on this inside line, Hicken has no help on that second lane. Here comes the machine, and Cuthbertson gets sent around. That's another one shot from the sniper field, or from the sniper tower. And now we're down to 8 guys.
8 cars left. Ben being very generous with no cautions here. As well, it's another single car incident. Let the leaders race. I think if they do this again, he might have to throw it though, just because it'll be about half the field that's wrecked so far. As we are just about halfway.
I've noticed that these guys have gotten lower and lower on that second dogleg in the front stretch quad oval, so they are using all of that turf as they make their way into turn 1. So down the back straightaway, Travis Brown has a big push back there. That's from Keenan Kusin in that 03 cars. They are moving in 3 and 4.
Off the corner, coming to 8 laps to go. Davin leads. Travis Brown trying to get some. There goes Keenan into Travis, and there they go. Caution's out. Cody Hicken involved. Eliza against the wall.
Bethel is severed.
Eliza,
yeah, she's dead.
She's wedged
in the pace car.
Wedged between the pace car and the inside wall. Oh my goodness.
The pace truck's okay. There it goes.
Oh, she can't get it going either.
That's a toe.
That's
worse.
worse.
Now she's stuck. High centered. Yeah.
We need an assist. We need an assist from somebody in the pits.
Put it in reverse, Eliza.
I think they might have somebody come and literally knock her out here.
If there are some fans in the infield that can just push that front end over the wall.
Radicals aren't that heavy. Just kind of give it a shove.
She's got a great view of the scoring pylon there that doesn't have any results on it.
0-0, yep.
Yeah. Shout out. Yeah, it doesn't look like anybody's coming to help her. Here's the replay, though.
Wait, I think this is Hicken. Cody Hicken with the assist.
And he drove right through her. That's because she's still on pit road. Okay, he was on pit road. So he's going to get a reverse start here. And look at this. Cisco just knocked her out of the park.
Oh, boy.
Now she's on the wrong side of the wall and gets it going.
All right.
She's free. Ta-da.
So in looking at that wreck again, it looks like Keenan Kusin, I don't want to say just panicked off of turn 4, but he was just swerving everywhere going down the front street. Watch the second car on the outside. He gets loose there, and I guess he thought he was going to hit the inside car, and he just, I don't know, but that was, I don't know about that one.
Did he think that maybe he was too low and kind of reacted to not hitting the guys underneath him? That's the only thing I can think of, because he almost hits, who was that behind Gary Owen? I can't make out.
It's the 92 of Caleb Hoffman.
You know what that might be here, guys, and it's going to sound stupid, and I only know it because I've driven these cars here and experienced it. I need to see it one more time. I think what that might have been, maybe not. I thought maybe there was some bumper grab in there that sent him down into...
Oh, that is true.
Well, but he didn't get close enough to have that happen.
Hicken was almost sent upside down.
Yeah.
Well, let's see if we can get some info from the source. Keenan, what happened there, man? Walk us through it.
I think I just stink.
You don't
smell bad. I showered today, but apparently not.
Think, Keenan. You're in this race. You're one of the all-stars in all of our hearts. We just want to know what happened for that. You look like a little squirrely there, a little bit.
Yeah, I was trying to work with Travis, and because I'm like, if anyone's just gonna like, fly by the field, it's
Come
Travis.
on.
But I don't know what happened. I just went wide and wiggled and took everyone with me. But we got 5 laps to go here. I'm not lifting.
You can live to fight again. You got a few more laps here. You're starting, I think, 7th. I think you got a shot.
Keenan, you are going to be fine. So
Bless me, Sean. I need it.
You got it, man. As long as you keep looking up the trucks in Forza, we're good.
Yeah, we got it.
All right. Good luck to you, Keenan. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Producer Zach Johnson strikes again.
5
laps to go. On the restart, Davin leads. We do not know what voting looks like. If you haven't voted already, you better do it within the next 5 laps because, well, it'll be decided. It closes once this race is over, and we will get told who the winner of the fan vote is. That'll make their way into the All-Star race. Davin leads. He could be somebody that has a lot of stock in his votes. Wide. Gary gets loose. There goes Cody up by the wall, and Keenan is back in this thing.
Keenan says he stinks, but he makes that aggressive 3-wide move, and it's going to work. Gary, he gets shoved, and they're wrecking again. Keenan's wrecking everybody.
Oh, Bethel again.
Up and over, and we are going to overtime here in this last heat race.
Oh my goodness. The wrecks have just been absolutely hellacious in both of these last 2 races.
That's what happens, man. These race cars.
Let's dissect this one. Get a replay.
I think this one might have been pushing the pusher.
This might have been what you were talking about before, Jacob.
Bumper grab.
Bumper grab,
Gary Owen bumper grabs off of Keenan and gets looped around, and that sends everybody scrambling and upside down and flipping and into the pits, and the pace truck gets hit again.
So if you guys don't know what we're talking about with bumper grab, if we can maybe get an on board with Gary, Zach, sometimes.
You kind of see it here, right there.
Yeah.
So whenever you push a car, every now and then your front bumper will just hook onto the car you're pushing, and it'll just spin you around. You can't even tell when or how it's going to happen. It just does. And by the time it starts happening, more often than not, it's too late. So here's an onboard.
There are sometimes with these cars where you get under the bumper of the car in front of you, and it pushes your nose down into the ground and spins you around like a top. It almost looks like that's what happened there as well.
Looks like exactly what happened. You saw the front end or back end of Keenan Kusin's car dent upon impact when Gary hit it, and that's exactly what happened. And you see the result, everyone just scattering and all hell breaking loose on the actual track. So it's tough. It's so tough to predict, Jacob, as you know, with you've driven these cars. But luckily damage is off, so these guys get another shot at it.
And we will, I believe, be going to overtime. If we're going to get the one to green, we're going to get it right here.
Good job, Zach.
In order for us to have a naturally born, cage-free...
non-GMO.
And we are going to have a natural green-white checker here.
An organic green-white checker.
Yep. Straight from the farm.
If you guys can't hear it, but producer Zach got that the car wrong on that replay at Gun in the Wreck, and he is destroying his setup right now. He is very upset in himself.
Taking a baseball bat to it as we speak. When the feed goes, you'll understand why.
Just want to let everyone know.
Yeah. And here they come to the finish. Of course. Here we go.
Oh, the lights are on.
Settle it. 2 laps to settle who makes the All-Star race. Oh, a horrendous start for everybody. They tried backing it up, and here comes Keenan, 3 wide. Kyle in the middle. You've got Cisco up high. No, that's Cosman, rather. And nobody wants to give up the spot. Cosman gets shuffled out of the deck. He's going to lead the outside line with Gary Owen pushing him, and it is skating behind Davin here.
And the lights are on. Look at the headlights on these cars. That tells you it's time to go. As here comes the 49 of Cisco. Looks to the apron under Eliza Bethal. He's got the momentum, but he's got to back up. There's no way he's going to make that stick. Single file for the first 4 spots off of turn number 4. White flag this time by.
That move's going to cost him. White flag in the wind. Cody Hicken mowing the grass. Around goes Lowell and Keenan. Cody makes it. Last lap, Davin. He's got a big lead here. This is going to allow everybody to get a run. Here comes Cuthbertson with help from Eliza.
There can be only one single file of the first 3 spots, but here comes the Bean Machine.
Look at Travis.
Travis Brown.
Look at
Heavy
Travis.
momentum down the back. 3 wide for the lead into 3.
4.
Oh! Travis, Devin, Cody Hickens gonna come around. Here comes Caleb. Caleb with the run, but it's not gonna be enough. Cody Hicken, as fate would have it, is gonna win it. Charlotte and the Radicals again, and he's in the All-Star race.
Wow.
What the hell did we just see? Cody Hicken took it to the apron, hoping for a miracle, and his prayer was answered. Are you kidding me?
He was in the grass in 8th. 7th or 8th. He was in 7th on the white flag in the dirt and had nothing for him. And then these guys just paved the way to wreck everybody. And he made it through.
I mean, we need, oh my goodness, we need another look at this, though, at Hickens' last lap. Can we get an onboard producer, Zach, if we can? Because we need to see this move. So let's see what he saw. So there's no chance he's winning this race at this point. So he sees that big run coming down the backstretch. They're going to fan out. There's Travis up there with big push from Cisco, and he just says, I'm taking this chance, throws it to the inside, and when he comes back on the racetrack, he is clear, and there is the carnage behind him. Unbelievable job. What a move by Hicken to put himself in position to steal this win away.
That's unbelievable. He goes down to where that should not have worked, and everybody wrecked. And it worked perfectly because he was not on the racing surface. Unbelievable.
Wow.
Circumstantial success by Cody Hicken. That would not have worked if these guys didn't just absolutely trash it. And give a shout out to Caleb, too. He made it his way through it, nearly stole the win.
Oh, my God, Davin.
From Hicken, as we have seen yet another casualty in Davin Cornelius, and he is just probably dejected after being up front.
Now we have to figure out who wins the fan vote. My 2 guesses here are
Travis
either
Brown.
Travis or Davin. Those are my top 2 on who I think could make it. We'll find out. As there you see Cody Hicken, your winner. Everybody else on that sheet is going home empty-handed except for potentially one that won the fan vote. We'll find out here momentarily. I'm trying to figure out what the heck's going on. We're getting official word now. Travis Brown is in the big show. He is the fan vote.
What?
Yeah, I know.
No
What a surprise,
way.
right?
Wow.
It's unbelievable. Wow. So Travis Brown is in. Let's speak with, well, that's not Cody. Let's speak with Cody if we can. I thought that was Cody. No, that was just social media, man. Let's speak with our race winner. How about if fate would have it, of course, you would win with this combination at this racetrack in an unbelievable fashion. Cody, congratulations. You're in the All-Star race.
Yeah, I was channeling the spirit of the Moon Vision Invitational there. I just had some lucky wreck avoidances and had the run from the century going into the turn 3 on that final lap. And I didn't think that was going to work, but luckily they all just wrecked up top of me and I was able to make it stick. And I was the one to get through out first.
So what did you learn now going into the big show after, mowing the grass a couple times? You missed 2 wrecks on that last lap to go on to win this thing.
I think that tells you everything right there. Luck is everything. Just avoid those wrecks and hope you're near the front at the end.
Congratulations, Cody. We'll see you in the big show here in a moment. Best of luck to win this thing.
Thank you.
All right, now let's speak with our fan vote winner, Travis Brown.
Shocking.
Yeah, I know, right? This is the stunningest news of the year. You're the most popular driver in core. You're moving on. You're going to be racing for, well, pride. There's no money on the line, but still, you get to race.
There's $10,000 on the line. What do you mean?
Zimbabwe dollars.
I don't know about the most popular thing, but yeah, it's cool. I wish I could have won my way in. I thought I was going to, man. We were digging up there on the high side, and all hell broke loose, but I don't know. I don't deserve the support I get, so I appreciate everybody voting for me. It means a lot. But I'm ready to send it, man. I ain't fucking around this time. I ain't screwing around this time. I'm going out there. And I'm on.
It's a gift sub.
Yeah, I'm gonna send it. We're either gonna win or end up in the cheap seats.
Well, best of luck here on the big show, and go make some big meaty moves. Go get them here.
Appreciate it.
That is Travis Brown, who is in the All-Star race thanks to the fans.
I believe he said he doesn't deserve the support he gets. That's incredible. Couldn't think of anything further from the truth.
All right, so now we get to go switch sessions and go look at something else. We're going to step aside. We've got a little intro package for you. I know we're getting real professional over here. It's just a one-off. Just don't expect this. Don't expect this every week. But we have a little intro for you, and then it's time to go all-star racing. Once you hear the music, that's when you know it's time for us to come back. We'll see you in a bit. The royalty of the Core League is in assembly at the 2021 Core All-Star Race. Cozy, LaPrade, Fresh, and their Legion. By consensus, some of the best drivers in the league, with nary a whisper of dissent. The site for this ultimate showdown in virtual racing is one of the famed tracks of the world, Charlotte Motor Speedway, where fans have gathered for decades to watch the best of the best beat and bang with money on the line. When this course season began, 7 drivers were already locked into the show, either from winning last season or being past champion. Daytona started with a bang. Core rookie Justin Melillo captured the flag and reserved his place in Charlotte. Iowa's unique format to the league provided back-to-back first-time winners, where Blake McCandless played the fuel game to perfection. Now Coke Series driver Brian LaPrade went back-to-back at Lanier and CTNP, cementing his spot on the grid. NASCAR Xfinity Series driver Ryan Vargas followed suit the next week at Martinsville, scooting by the last lap carnage to capture the flag. Now, after the fan vote tallies have been counted and the Open has been closed, the field is set and the glory of winning is on the line. 16 drivers race to be an all-star winner tonight on ORN.
iRacing is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all around the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics, engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 170,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsports organizations like NASCAR to deliver virtual races based on the real-life NASCAR Cup Series, as well as many other series on the NASCAR ladder. iRacing also features team racing, providing a variety of options for members to create and manage their own teams. Race with friends or real-world teammates in full-length endurance events like the 24 Hours of Daytona, Spa 24, or the Bathurst 12 Hour. Additional partners include IMSA, World of Outlaws, Supercars, and IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own Indianapolis 500, Bathurst 1000, Chili Bowl, and many more iconic events. This is iRacing, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car. Sign up today at iRacing.com.
And we're back. And we're back here at Charlotte Motor Speedway for the Core Splash and Go Live All-Star Race. They are qualifying right now as we speak. I think I said 16 drivers in their pre-recorded open. Well, we've got 9 drivers right now. There were a lot that were clinched. But apparently a lot decided to stay home as well.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe they saw what happened in the last couple of races and think this is very unsafe. I don't feel comfortable driving in this.
Well, all right. Let me double check the tweet here to see who is in and who is not. Okay, here we go. So, Cozy, not here. Joey Stone and Frisch, they are here. Then Jonathan Cadell, who's playing on a tablet tonight, he's here. Harry Tiller, nope. Trey Normile, he's not here. Vargas, he's not here. Breyer is here. Malillo is here. There is no Blake McCandless tonight. And then the 4 from the Open. So we have a whopping 9 drivers here tonight. I'm being told there is some beef.
Between who?
It's from the Open.
Uh-oh.
Let's
Get some
start
of those.
now.
Get some of those Open guys.
Is
in there.
one. Lowell is the other. Gentlemen, what happened?
All-star race, not left. Go.
Yeah, I mean, I totally get that, but I feel like I got sideways a couple times. I feel like you had a chance to lift and save that, but yeah, I mean, coming to the white, keep your foot in it, I get it, but I also felt like it was avoidable. But what a fun track car combo. I enjoyed it. Almost won. I feel like I was in contention for all 3 of those segments, but you win some, you lose some.
Good to move on. Not going to come back next week when we go to Homestead or anything?
I mean, I was just trying to make it in with my teammate, and I was hoping he'd move up, but I was like, I don't know what to do. I'm just going to stay full throttle and hope for the best, and the best did not find me, so.
Yeah, outside was going to be tough. Everyone's lined up bottom. Wasn't ready to take that risk quite yet, but yeah, it happens. No need for anything for a points race.
All right, gentlemen. We will see you next week from Homestead. Hopefully, we'll see both of you from Homestead. And
Jacob, you're looking real good tonight. I like your haircut. You're looking real nice. Is that a new shirt?
How the hell can you see me?
Don't worry about it.
Anyway, Keenan Kusin, Lowell, thanks for being here. See you guys. All right.
You're rather taken aback by Keenan's compliment there, Dave.
Alrighty, so everybody is qualifying right now. We've got about another minute of this session before we can move on and get ready to roll. Here from the Charlotte Motor Speedway, the lights are up. The lights on the cars are on. And we've only got 9 drivers, so it's a smaller field, but I think this could provide some better racing because I think in the practice that we've done in the small packs, I think it's been pretty good so far from last night and from past sessions here.
I mean, I thought we would, surprising, I thought we'd have more wrecks than what we had. But, I mean, the wrecks that we did have were quite hellacious. But no, it's going to be a good race. Hopefully it's a lot more civilized in this race, but you never know. As I see Justin Malillo wrapping his lap up, so he's going to be, or this is his out lap, I should say. He's the last one on track, so we'll see where he ends up. But 9 cars, as you said, Jake. Everyone's going to be kind of minding their P's and Q's, hopefully, but should be another fun one for sure.
All right, so final 5 seconds. Let's wrap this up. Ian Plash is going to barely be on pole. Justin Malillo threw a lap down right at the end, came up 1/1000th short. He will line up to the outside. The man who won at Daytona earlier this year, going to try and win himself a whole lot of pride tonight. He will line up to the outside with Ian Plash down low. As the entire rest of the field will scroll across the bottom of your screen. And after we're done looking at the grid, I want to show you what in the world Jonathan Cadell has got going on for us tonight, because this is unique. I think this just shows how far technology has come. This is unbelievable.
We can rebuild his setup. We have the technology.
I cannot believe that this is working.
There he
He's
is.
Playing on a Samsung tablet using a controller.
That's a live shot.
This is a live picture. Yes, sir.
That's amazing. He's using like a TeamViewer type app, right?
He is. And he said he's on a PS2 controller, I believe he said. So yeah, takes one look at the camera and says, oh boy.
That is true commitment right there. Doing his duty as a U.S. Navy vet.
Now, he did do the smart thing and consult AJ Henderson, the controller king of iRacing, on Twitter. and he said, AJ, how the hell do I do this on a controller? And AJ did his best to help, but I we'll see. Cadell surprised us earlier in Michigan. He pretty much dominated that race, so maybe he can pull off another upset, if you will, and win this thing on a controller tonight.
I watched him a little bit because I was in the wrong server on accident, and he kept a pretty wheel. He wasn't all over the place, so he might know what he's doing. Despite having only a few hours to prepare, he might have a shot to win tonight.
Well, with 9 cars in the field, I think everybody's got a shot to win here tonight just because it's a smaller field and anything can happen, especially when there are no points on the line. That's the point of tonight's race. So this is it. We already showed the grid. It's Ian Plash, then Melillo, LaPrade, Hicken, Stone, Cadell, Frisch, Schildhouse, and Travis Brown capping off our 9-car field tonight from Charlotte Motor Speedway.
So let's see. Cadell is going to be on his controller. AJ Henderson said, quote, wheel range 60, map range 270, brake force 5, full send. And he said the chat button's mapped to sorry, thanks, bruh, and you just got passed by a controller, LOL. So a good advice from AJ Henderson. And I'm going to have my eyes on Jonathan Cadell because I want to see just how that thing is going to handle with the controller. These guys in the first handful of races are barely keeping it together with the wheels. So if Cadell can stay clean in that with the controller, that's mighty impressive.
All right, gentlemen. This is it.
All right, gentlemen.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Of course, Tyler Gary's actually here. He's spotting for Travis Brown tonight, high atop, to try and bring that camo car home in one piece. Ian Plash, Justin Melillo, bring us down 60 laps. It's 3 stages, 15 laps apiece. Green flag from Charlotte. The core Splash and Go Live All-Star Race is underway.
And a good start for Ian Plash there. He's got a big shove from Briar LaPrade. Going to take a lot to get by those two guys. Just behind them, Joey Stone in that Reptar car is going to make up the 3rd spot. Michael P. Frisch is going to be in 4th, and Cody Hicken off of turn 2 to round out the top 5.
I'm sure Cody would love to get another win, cap off the night. Just have to wait and see as, he's
Frisch.
Well, no, that's Frisch going to the apron. Now here comes Travis on fresh tires, 3 wide, and he's going to make it work.
If 2nd and 1st weren't looking in their mirror, they would realize that they're kind of just driving away while these guys are going 2 and 3 wide on the apron, and these two are pulling away. We've seen the tandem work to get to the top side and maybe battle for the lead, but these guys are pulling away right now. Briar and Ian Plash are gone. There's the rest of the pack, about half a second behind. Now Travis Brown and Michael Frisch looking to do the same thing, and now they're pulling away for the field. So we have a 2x2 tandem battle going into 3 and 4.
Problem is we have an odd number, so somebody's going to be left out. This time it's Cody Hicken. Now with these cars, it almost works better if you can get a 3-car tandem working. It's faster than a 2-car tandem, and yes, it can work as Travis Brown gets shuffled out of the way by Michael P. Frisch. They're going to rotate, and that's going to put 6 cars under a blanket here from Plash back to Joey Stone.
And keep an eye on that 58, the red, white, blue, and black car of Michael Frisch there down the back straightaway. He has a lot of experience in these cars as well, quite successful in other iterations, other series that ran these cars. So look for him to be up there and pushing very effectively. But surprising to see these guys just hanging out single file right now. They know it's a long race, so maybe some strategy going on. But that urge to lead this thing, we'll see who it overwhelms first. But right now, everyone's staying pretty quiet.
And I don't think we saw anybody really take a pit stop and take tires in the open. It's something that's going to happen here. I do believe they're not going to make it on fuel all the way to the end. They have 2 cautions built in. Lap 15, lap 30. Where in the world is Travis going? Hello.
David Schildhouse said over the radio, we're not just going to ride around like this all race, are we? And then Travis immediately went to the wall in turn 3, and now here they go for the lead, Kevin. So these guys they want to put on a show. At least that's a good thing.
Yeah, there's only 9 of them. You might as well. And if there's a caution, I mean, more than likely with the stages, you'll be back into it in a few laps. So, why not give it a go? Make these guys who have decided to show up in the All-Star race and the people who qualified their way into the Open. Let's have some fun. Give the guys and give the people who are watching from home a show. And right now they're doing that side by side right now for the lead. Here comes Frisch and Plash on the second lane.
Joey Stone trying to make his way up to the front. That green car on the inside line is Frisch is going to lead that lap. Ian Plash going to give him the help to get out front. Where in the world is Cody going? He's going down to the apron. He's going to fall back a little bit. But you've still got just about everybody under a blanket. The one that's the furthest behind, Jonathan Cadell on a controller as we're about to go 4 wide. Joey thought about it, gets back in line.
Ian Plash stuck in the middle in that silver and red car. He's got Justin Melillo and David Schildhaus right above them pushing, but Ian's going to be able to find his way back in line on the bottom. It looks like Schildhaus and Melillo are going to sneak back in line as well. Travis Brown will come back up to them going through the tri-oval, so put Frisch into the lead. Brian LaPrade second, Joey Stone third, and these guys are just trying to make a line work, but right now that dominant line has been the bottom as we've seen all night.
Oh, brother. 3 wide. Breyer leads the bottom. Frisch up top with Plash. And then you got Stone in the middle with no help for now.
Here comes Schildhaus.
Oh!
Schildhaus just running over the back of him. Caution is out.
David.
Hicking around. Oh, and Melillo gets put in the fence at the last second by Cadell trying to squeak through. And it's Schildhaus that stopped at the bottom of the racetrack in turn 4.
And I don't know if we can fully blame Schildhaus with that one. Schildhaus was being pushed by Melillo, and Schildhaus claims, because obviously Stone was a little upset, that he lifted, and I think Melillo might have to take the blame for this one because he shoved that 20 into the back of that Reptar number 5 and brought out our first caution on lap 7.
Watch that purple car right there, just all over the back of Schildhaus, and yeah, just had, if Schildhaus lifted, he's going to get lifted up and sent into space. So David was, I don't want to say he was screwed either way, but he was. But that's an unfortunate wreck. Luckily, though, damage is off and every car is fine. But yeah, I would agree with Kevin there. Put the wreck on that 53 traction car there.
So we're going to get 1 to green here when they hit the back straightaway. A lot of these guys are pitting. Melillo, Cadell, Hickenstone, and Schildhaus come in. LaPrade, Frisch, Plash, and Brown will stay out under this first caution of the Core All-Star race tonight, presented by Splash and Go Live, as we will have 6 to go on the restart.
A little bit surprised at Justin. Justin's pretty good at these quirky, wide open configurations. Sean and I know a little bit about how good he can be at these wide open combinations. I almost was going to pick him for the win tonight, but I'm a little shocked at him. Let's get a word in with Justin.
How could you?
Justin, what happened there, bud?
I got hooked up with David, and I just didn't want to lift. And I know he was catching up to Joey, but I don't know. I don't know. I just want to see if he would make a move or something. We got 60 laps here. We don't got damage. And just trying to have some fun.
Well, I was going to pick you. You've won a lot of these weird combinations in Grape Drink and FTF SNSL that Zach hosts. What do you think your chances are after it's all said and done?
You're not going to pick me anymore?
Oh, I think I have to be a little bit impartial. I am in the booth.
Man,
Hadn't stopped you before.
That's true.
I'm a little bit disappointed, Kevin. I'm not going to let you down. Don't worry.
Well, make sure you make Slow Ink proud. Get out there and maybe win this thing.
Yeah, I'm going to try.
Green flag just about to come out here to finish stage 1. We'll have 6 laps to go as they come to the restart zone. Green flag.
Who makes the move first? So Travis will duck to the inside of Frisch. All the help is on the bottom. Plash will jump up in front of Frisch. That's going to let Brown get a huge run. He might go to the lead here. He goes to the apron looking underneath LaPrade, and Travis Brown with a full head of steam going for the lead, but here comes the cavalry on the top. Plash dumps LaPrade. He doesn't go with him. They're 3 wide for the lead.
Travis Brown to the front as there goes Schildhaus. Saved it.
What a save.
Woo. And him and Cody are going to lose a ton of time. They're probably going to lose the draft. 5 to go, stage 1.
And the controller of Jonathan Cadell, he has been all over the place on this inside line. He is now battling for the lead. Here comes Joey Stone. 3 wide to get underneath the 68 of Cadell. 3 by 3. Oh, now, and there they go. Big wreck down the back.
Everybody, Frisch is involved, Plash is involved, and he just couldn't hold on for that long. And it's going to put himself in the fence and take half the pack with him. Caution's out with 5 to go in stage 1.
Oh man, I was rooting for Cadell there. I mean,
PS4 controller.
He is on a PS4. Is it a PS3 or a PS4 controller? I don't know.
PS4.
It's a PS4 controller, but he got to the lead there, but as you can see, he might have got a little nervous, and the car just kind of washed up on him there. And then he gets in the middle, and he starts kind of shaking and loses it, and Travis has nowhere to go, neither does Frisch or Ian. But tough break for all those guys, but cars are fine. They'll head to the back of the field, and Cadell says in the race chat, quote, PS4 my B.
Yeah, here's the replay.
Oh, man.
Travis over the radio. You could. Oh, hold on. Ian Plash, hello. What you doing down there, pal? He just spun it under caution.
Oh.
He was warming up the tires of the back straightaway, and in doing so, spun out trying to get to turn 3 and nosed it into the inside safer barrier.
Wow.
That was weird.
Once again, pits.
As we were laughing, though, that was Travis Brown saying the fact that Jonathan Cadell couldn't even make it a lap on a PS4 controller is a miracle. So, and Plash just did it again. That's a live picture, folks.
This is on purpose, though. We've seen him do this before. He's going to J-turn it right here. Let's see if he can execute it.
Maybe he needs to get away from everybody. He might do it into them. Oh!
David.
Now, David's going to help him. He's going to bump draft him here. This is not legal.
Quality content.
I believe it's legal on the last lap.
I think it is. There's a good onboard there.
Legal on the last lap. There he goes.
Okay.
Yeah, all right.
He's good at the old car control. He is a drift guy.
He and Keenan Kusin host a drifting broadcast every now and then on Podium Esports, so they've been around drifting before. He's used to it.
We'll see if Cadell does the same thing he did the first 5 laps. He kind of stayed behind the pack before our first caution, and maybe he'll have to do it again. We'll see.
This is the commentator group, by the way. You've got Plash, who works for Podium. Shieldhouse is commentated for iRacer. Travis Brown, obviously, calling races for Mooncar. Malillo's worked with Podium. He's worked all over the place. And I think Breyer's also worked with Podium on and off.
Us?
Well, we're not on the racetrack, but yes, you're right. We are here.
Okay.
2 laps to settle. Stage 1, green flag.
What a start by Joey.
Got that Reptar car.
It really does. That adds a couple horsepower. So Joey side by side right now with Breyer. Ian Plash looking for the draft up top. Who is going to get to the bumper of these guys first? Stone anticipates the block. Shilthouse going to sneak it up through the middle. No help for Stone in the bottom. LaPrade has all the help on the top. As here goes LaPrade clear into 3, and he takes the apron.
Fastest way around, not always, is the shortest way around. Here comes Cody Hick into the apron, though. Looking for the lead. Coming to the last lap, stage 1. Oh, my gosh. Travis is going to take the shot.
5 wide.
They are 5 wide. They're going to tear some stuff up down here in turn 1 if they're not careful. There's 5 wide to turn 1. Oh, my gosh. That was unbelievable.
There they go.
They saved it. They got the Frisch, and Cody's with the lead. Here comes Malillo.
Justin.
To the inside.
Here comes
Here comes Shieldhouse.
Shieldhouse.
4 wide again. Here comes Breyer up top with help from Plash. This is going to be it. It's going to be in the hands, I believe, the 20. Let's see where he goes. Coming to the green and white checkered flag in the air. Justin Malillo's going to win stage 1.
Wow. From mercilessly causing the first caution to winning the stage, I think that was fabricated.
40.
What? 20 and 40?
Unbelievable.
We were lied to.
I was told we were doing the same thing from the Open to the All-Star race. That is malarkey.
Jacob Hitz is not happy.
Well, we stay green. Malillo is out in front, still getting that big shove reciprocated from earlier, now from Shieldhouse. 4-car breakaway. There goes Jonathan Cadell, maybe on purpose, maybe not, into the turf. Cuts the shortcuts the front stretch. But these top 4 are starting to pull away as John Stewart has now made his way into the booth chat.
Yeah. Joey Stone's trying to push Cadell, and he just came over the radio and said, I keep forgetting that you're on a controller. That's why they're going nowhere. Cadell pulls over, and now here comes Stone and Plash trying to get back to the front with now coming to 3 laps to go this time in stage 1.
Look at Breyer looking to the inside. He's got no help. I wonder what Hickens doing. He's just going to sit back there, maybe trying to time his run in the last lap. So that might allow Joey Stone and Ian Plash to draft back up to these guys, and it definitely will. But I think they might have enough time to get up there. We'll see. But right now, 3-car breakaway at the front of the field.
Here comes Shieldhouse to the outside, trying to pull a side draft here on Malillo. Breyer's going to go to the apron. 3 wide.
Slide job.
1 minute 2 to go.
Slide job. Oh, I think he's going to be able to pull it off.
Oh,
there goes
plenty of room.
the lead. Here comes Hicken with the run. Coming to 2 laps to go in the stage.
My
Hicken
God.
all the way through the Monster Energy Cup Series logo. 60, 70 feet shortcut back into Stone. And that's not going to work for Hicken. We saw him make it work earlier, but now he's going to fall all the way back now to 6 down the back.
I don't know how that worked for anybody. Here comes Malillo to the outside, 3 wide. Well, he's in the middle to the outside of Stone, that is. He's clear once again. Plash is going to take second. Here comes Frisch with help from Travis. They are flying, and they're about to die here. They're going to hang on.
Oh, man, they nearly watched the field.
Reckon in the back, still green, 2 cars. Last lap, stage 1, this lap.
Travis saw it coming. He tried to get away from it, but he was involved in that. 5 cars to settle it for stage 1. Malillo still leads. Plash right behind him. Stone gets clear to 3rd. When is Plash going to make the move? We see him do it. Here he goes to the outside down the back.
Stone to the outside. Now we come. And that's going to take everybody to the barn except for Ian Plash. There is no catch fence over there. I hope everybody stayed inside the ballpark. But Ian Plash is going to come around uncontested and win stage 1 with a hellacious crash behind him.
Oh, my goodness gracious.
What a hellacious block by Malillo. Just gift wrapped and send over a win for the stage to Ian Plash. Ian had no one near him for that stage win. And we'll have to get a word with him and see what he saw behind him, because absolute chaos happened in turn 3.
Oh, my goodness. So this, we'll get a replay of it here in just a second. But Justin, as you said, we've used the word hellacious a lot tonight, but that is a hellacious block there.
Everyone stayed in. We're good.
The wall did its job, keeping everyone confined within the track, but not sure these guys appreciate the impact of said wall. But, yeah, that pretty much, Justin acted like the bowling ball there and took out every pin, but Ian represented the 10 pin on that as the final one standings, and he will take the win because of it.
Cody Hicken stays out. Everybody comes onto pit road in a strike for Justin Malillo.
That's 2.
Yeah.
One more and it's a turkey.
Let's talk with our stage 1 winner here, Ian Plash. Well, it was easy in turn 4, and there was nobody behind you, but still, you had to make your way up to the front, and I'm sure that wasn't easy. Take us through stage 1 from your vantage point.
I didn't have full eyes on that, obviously. I'm not driving from 3rd person. Please tell me that was 5 wide?
Yes.
Did I hear that right?
Yep.
Oh, you were 5 wide at one point, yeah.
Well,
You better believe I am editing together the Mike Joy clip from the 2001 duels. That is making it on social media tonight. Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah, needless to say, this is just, it's fun. That whole stage is great. Everyone out here is just having a good time, driving hard, driving clean, and just, doing what I know they can do. So expect nothing less.
I don't know about the driving clean part.
I mean, relatively speaking,
what is everybody doing?
Oh, come on. You gotta think some cleanliness is needed to go, 5 wide for an entire front straightaway, right?
Sure.
Right?
We would hope so. But I don't know. I mean, these guys can go 5 wide. I don't know about getting through the pits cleanly. If you can't see it, Ian, but there is stuff happening in there.
Things and stuff. I'll go back to the VOD on that one.
Things and occasions.
But no, this is a good time. This is exactly everything I hoped it would be, and I'm just having a good time. Really, really happy to be here.
Well, congratulations on the win. Best of luck in the rest of this, and maybe go ahead and win this thing. How about it?
This is probably going to be the last time I hear from myself in the booth. I guarantee you I'm choosing violence for the rest of this race. So if this is the last time you hear... Oh, excuse me. Last time you hear me, Happy New Year, everyone. And let's have an awesome 2022. I had a little bit of a beer burp there. I apologize.
Is that what they call it? All right. Thanks, Ian. Good luck.
Take care.
A beer burp, he said.
That's what he called it.
I figure out what he's drinking. Shut up, Zach. I'm tired of you just yelling at us. Zach, our producer Zach Johnson just comes up and just says, beer?
Thanks.
What a smart aleck he is.
I'm looking at social media. I know it's not Festivus. I have to air a grievance to James Pike.
What's Pike doing?
Jacob
Didn't tag
me in his broadcast post.
Oh no!
Unbelievable.
Oh
I mean,
no!
I mean, we're the same person, I think, according to
That's
a lot
true.
of people.
I forgot.
Oh, no!
Ridiculous.
It's all right. I got compared to Evan Pasoko tonight, and I'm not sure whether to be proud or ashamed with me using Twitter under a caution flag during the broadcast. Oh no!
Oh boy.
All right, here we go. Appreciate Pike watching though. Of course, I wish we were on the bigger screen and football was on the smaller screen, but hey, can't win them all.
It's okay.
Yeah. All right, coming down to the restart here for stage number 2. We make it to lap 40, according to admin Ben. Green flag, stage 2 in the All-Star race.
And Cody Hicken will lead them. Travis Brown has not been hesitant at all to jump to that third lane. He's got no help up there, though. Now I think Brian LaPrad's going to maybe think about jumping up there, and he will. So front 3 will be clear. Joey Stone gets through. Ian Plash to second. Hicken to the lead. And Plash looking to make that middle lane work down the back. And here comes Stone to the inside.
That ain't going to work, boys. This ain't heat. Come on now. Woof. Oh, he's not clear. They're 4 wide again. Here comes Travis. Shot out of a cannon. All the way to the outside. We're going to go 4 wide.
That's Breyer.
It's 5 wide.
Look at Breyer. Is he going to make it work?
No.
And Justin, caution. There it is.
Oh, man.
Brother.
So Breyer made it work for a little bit. He was the leader at the line by 3/100ths of a second, and then it's got to funnel in eventually, and he gets back on track into turn 1, and that it was actually a little bit of netcode into Hicken. And then there goes Justin Malillo and Travis Brown flipping and crashing and burning in 1 and 2.
Justin's trying to flip Travis over, and he's just ripping off of his car. He's like,
Oh, no. He needs to hit him at a higher speed, I think, in order to get it to work.
Just don't get disqualified going backwards.
Right.
oh, no. There's
we go.
dirt.
Keep going.
Justin.
Keep your foot in it. Okay, here's the onboard. This is a live picture as the field's going to come by here to your right. Oh, here comes Cody. Can't do it. Breyer can't do it. Nobody can do it. Oh, my God, Travis.
Is he going to land it?
Oh, come on. Yes. No. Oh, no. Ian, now here's Joey.
Oh, come
Joey
on.
can't do it either.
How many people does it take to screw in a light bulb? How many people does it take to flip over Travis Brown? Come on.
Oh, no. All right, let's...
They might have to extend the caution for this.
Yeah.
I think they're giving up. They're giving up.
Around and chase the pace car now to get back to where they should be.
A valiant effort.
That takes a new display of
no, I think what they're doing. Oh no, okay, they were catching back up to the pace
Here
car. I
comes
thought they were all
Justin.
racing around to flip Travis back over.
Justin's
the whole
trying
field's
again.
gonna try it again. Here's the replay of the crash. Okay, maybe not. Oh, that failed.
Oh my God, Travis!
And he lands it. Don't.
No, he
Oh my God!
Yes, he did.
touch him, okay.
Yes.
Oh man,
Have you ever?
a couple times.
Really?
Well, yeah. Do you realize the
We
stuff
saw them all,
Kevin and I
guess.
saw in our previous years?
Here is the replay.
I don't know if that was netcode or anything,
It might
but
have been.
big. But that is, look at the headlight shine just accentuates the violence of the flip.
Yep.
Dinner and a light show.
Oh man, the people in the grandstands, they don't know what they're seeing with all that the lights going. Here's another view. So there's Breyer. That's the lowest we've
led the
seen
lap.
anybody go. He did lead that lap, but he has to rejoin safely. And he almost made it work, but oh my God, Travis he's going into the corner fine, and next thing he knows, he's head on into the wall. Every time he's gone to the outside, he's gotten wrecked in some way. It's got to let up sometime, doesn't it?
Keep the high side clear. Keep the high side clear. Here comes Travis Brown.
Yep. Keep the high side clear for lappers.
Need Davey Davis out here to spot.
We have an update from James Pike, by the way. Still watching the broadcast. He says on Twitter, to Kevin, make them let you talk more so we know you're on the show. What sort of schmuck job is Zach Johnson doing with this broadcast anyway?
Well, that is a good point.
no.
there is a rotation, but as things go, sometimes Sean talks a little bit more than me, and I'm okay with that for now.
For now.
Maybe push my buttons a little too much.
Are you going to go rogue on
take
us?
lead. Go ahead.
All right, working lap 0. The pace car is commanding the field. Cody Hicken behind him in the lead. Ian Plash is pushing him, and is pushing him for some reason. David Schildhouse right now in third, and hopefully Ben Easterday decides to hit that 1 to go admin control so we can get back to green here.
There it is.
Wow, look at that.
You reminded him.
All right. So we are 2 laps from halfway here in the All-Star race. Cody Hicken is your leader. Ian Plash is in second. Then it's Schildhouse, Frisch, Joey Stone, Jonathan Kendall on a controller, Breyer, Travis, and Melillo. That's how the field looks as we're getting ready to come back to green.
Is that a question, Jake?
Nope.
Sure.
Yep. Here we come. Pace truck is in. Just about halfway through stage 2. Green flag.
Oh, they stacked up big, and Cody Hicken misses a shift. And that's going to let Joey Stone dive to the inside. We'll see if he can do this safely. But Stone's going to make it work. There's more contact, and they're staggered 4 through 1 and 2.
Cody leads. Here comes Joey with the run. He's got momentum as well. He's got Breyer with him. 3 wide for the lead. Here comes Frisch. He goes to the outside to work with Schildhouse, and Cody's just hung in the middle.
Schildhouse was almost by himself making it work on that 3rd lane. That becomes now the 2nd lane as Hicken goes back to the bottom. He'll settle back in 3rd. And that 2nd lane starting to fall off just a little bit. Never mind. Here comes Breyer LaPrade to lead it. Side by side for the lead. And we're going to be working 11 laps to go in the 2nd stage.
I don't know where Cody's going, but it's going to work. Moving back up front with no help. Just about clear of Joey. Now not quite, but he's got Melillo to help him. Here comes Travis. He's going to go to the inside. We're going to go 4 wide.
4 wide again. Now 3 wide. Travis has got to find a way to get back in line. He really can. He's got to back off of it. So the front 2 are tandemed up. That's Joey Stone just behind them, but it's Schildhouse and LaPrade. But Stone's going to have a big run here if he can get some help. Where will he go? But still tandeming through the field. It's LaPrade and Schildhouse through 1 and 2.
Plash and Frisch are trying to work together on that outside line. They're just struggling to get some more speed to catch those up at the front. As Joey's going to try and pull them along here with the draft. Get a 3-car tandem going here. Instead, there goes Frisch. Saved it! Whew!
What an absolute save. And I was just about to mention that Joey Stone was kind of in no man's land there behind the 2 tandems, or in the middle of the 2 tandems, and tried to get a little bit of help from Frisch and company, and that did not work out for Frisch, but I believe he's going to barely hang on to the draft, get on the back end of Ian Plash. He's actually going to help him out here, and maybe they'll work together to get back up front. But as for now, single file, 2 tandems leading the front pack, and then you got Justin Melillo rounding out the top 5.
Things have kind of slowed down for the moment. 5 cars within half a second. The entire field within 2 seconds. Here goes Schildhouse to the outside. Here goes Joey to the inside. Breyer hung in the middle. And now you've got Cody there, and he basically gets to pick and choose which lane he wants to help. He's going to go down low and help Joey Stone. 8 to go.
Stone in the Reptar machine back to the front here. He's got Cody Hicken with the help of that middle lane. Going to build some steam. Stone goes up to block. LaPrade goes around. Staggered 3 wide. What a push by David Schildhouse. He's going to get LaPrade to the lead. Maybe trying to get Schildhouse clear. He's not going to do it. Justin Melillo right behind them. 5 cars broken away, but the 2 cars tandeming behind them. Jonathan Cadell and Travis Brown looking just behind him.
The kind of block that Joey Stone just pulled there is the kind of block that gets you sent to the grandstands, and he got lucky that he didn't get hooked right there because that could have been ugly. Instead, he gets back in line and keeps all the fenders on it. Here comes Schildhouse to the bottom. Now with help from Stone, Cody's going to go with him. Now he's going to go to the middle.
Prior LaPrade to the back as they go through 3 and 4. And like you mentioned, Jake, you really can't block a run. Just the way these guys, the way the bumpers line up, they really don't. You kind of get underneath them. 3 wide for the lead for now.
Look at
Joey
Cadell.
Stone all the way up against the wall. Here comes Cadell, sideways, left and right on that controller joystick. He's trying to make that bottom line work, hick into the bottom for some reason, and that's going to disrupt the entire front pack. 4 wide for second.
4 wide solid. They're able to make it work. Cody falls back. Here comes Cadell leading that inside line. He's going to get blocked by Schulthouse for the moment. They are packed 3 very tight with Melillo in the middle. There goes Cadell. He's going to take the chicane. Keep his foot in it. He's still going to fall back.
Just hit the bumps too much. So Cadell will get sent to the back there. So a valiant effort again for him. You saw the focus on his eyes. I don't think he blinked at all in that clip we saw.
I was laughing.
that he was on there. So that tells you how serious he's taking this. But Ian Plash with a big push. This top line right here. This is an all-star duo here. And if Travis can stay up there, Michael Frisch and Ian Plash, will they make anything work up there? Coming down. Under 5 to go, 4 to go now in stage 2 at the line. And this is about to get hairy with a capital H.
Yeah, here we go. Melillo peeks to the outside, help from Plash. It's going to allow Breyer to get to the bumper of Schulthouse. Cody Hicken is there with Stone. They're going to stay in line. 8-car breakaway here at the front.
160-mile-an-hour pace formation. These guys side by side, pinching through 3 and 4. And then they go. Brian LaPratt and Justin flips McTwist into turn 4.
There
and that's the rest of the field. Ian Plash is stuck in the barrels.
And that's going to allow David Schulthouse to scoot away. That might be the stage here. I don't know if we're going to get it restarted. Travis Brown has pulled a J-turn just shy of start-finish line. And that was another wild, wild crash to put us under caution once again.
Let's get our analytics hats out, Kevin. Let's see if we can find the origin of this thing. So here they are down the backstretch. It's going to start. Watch all the pushing that happens going into the corner. You could push on the straightaway fine, but you see these guys start to hit each other in the corner. There's a couple. There's a couple too, and it just got too much. Plash was just too far pushing into the rear end of Justin Melillo, and that was the fuse that lit the spark of that thing.
It's tough because, you know, Justin's kind of just doing his best. And Plash kind of lit him up into turn 3, got him a little bit sideways, and you kind of get behind on the steering when you're trying to save it left and right, and the guy behind you is just not giving you any room. And, you know, with how this is, you know, you kind of have to push like that to get the second lane, and Ian Plash is, there he goes, stuck in the barrels. And it looks like from Admin Ben, we are going to get a 1-lap shootout here for stage 2.
Oh, joy. All right. We're going to tear some stuff up here. There's no doubt in my mind.
So cars on pit road now. Ian Plash is down there. He's getting a tow. Jonathan Cadell came in and got some work done on the car. Justin Melillo is pitting for some reason.
Yep.
He's pit pretty much every single time.
Here's the thing. Fresher tires, you can make better moves. You can cut to the apron faster, not lose as much time, so it could pay off for him here. We'll have to wait and see, but we are coming to the green flag.
And David Schulthouse is hiding underneath the pace truck right now, so he's trying to, you know, he's weaving underneath it. It's not working. We can still see him.
He doesn't want anybody to know that he's there, I think is the problem.
He doesn't want to get rear-ended by somebody.
He does not want to die.
Nope.
Here we go. Everybody gets in line. We're going to have a 1-lap dash to settle the second stage of the Core All-Star Race presented by Splash and Go Live. Thanks to Cosmin Ionescu. I butchered that last name, but I'm not going to correct it because I'll probably do it worse for sponsoring. Yeah, something like that. Here we go.
It's not that.
Yeah, I know. 1 lap to settle it here from Charlotte, green flag.
All right, so let's see how well this bottom lane rolls. All the help on the bottom. Joey Stone trying again. Here comes Hicken to the inside.
Joey.
Stone gets turned. No caution. Only 1 car. Still single or double file now. 3 wide for third. Melillo to the bottom. There's chaos already down the back.
Oh, Cadell gets bodied. Here comes Travis on the high side looking for help from Cody. It's Breyer and Schulthouse into turn 3. Melillo has skated into P3, so if they wreck, he's in the catbird seat. Here they come off turn 4 for the stage. Breyer cuts low. Here comes Frisch downstairs. Contact. Frisch, LaPratt's going to go all the way to the bottom.
He got it.
Get it?
He got it.
Yes, Breyer LaPratt wins stage 2, 83 1/1000ths of a second. I think that they were 4 wide coming to the line.
And if I'm these drivers, Kevin, what Breyer just did, I have my notepad out and I say, all right, noted. That works.
Well, he did it earlier before they were 5 wide and had that big netcode-based incident between him and Hickens. So he has made it work at least twice now to get to the line first. Now, as far as getting through turn 1, that's another story. But for the finish, you really don't have to worry about that. So he has now made that work twice. And like you said, people are going to start noticing it and take notes. We might see these guys get as low as they can right next to the pit lane to get to the finish line first here at the end of the race. We can get a replay here.
Yep.
There you see the carnage back there. So Breyer is just shoving David Schildhaus. He knows the move he wants to make right now. Sets it up perfectly. Melillo's just not close enough. Runs that middle lane a little bit so he can come down and get that turn off the corner. Gets doored down there, and he says, you know what, I'm committed. And he's able to beat everybody to the line. Zach Johnson misses the finish again. He is throwing stuff.
Is there an infield cam? Oh, there we go. That's good.
Zach, I've taught you nothing with your zooming abilities.
I was going to say, can we zoom that in a little bit more? Just a hair?
Zoom it out a little bit.
Maybe pan it down.
Oh.
No, that's not it. That's not it.
Focus
I'm going to put
on
the start-finish line all the way across the grass.
And that's
that
how
works.
you
You can
tell
see
he has the
Melillo
camera.
barely.
He has the camera focused at group. No, now he's cursing at us.
Oh my God!
Come on,
family show.
That's it. $5. Fork it up.
Yep. Oh no.
Jar. Yeah, right there.
God,
this is a live picture, I hope.
It is. All right, let's get
Can we talk with our stage winner?
Let's get a word with Breyer before this gets off the rails. Here you go, Jacob.
Breyer LaPrade, well, no points on the line, but it doesn't matter. You're still going to find a way to win, even if it's way down there in the grass. How about stage 2?
Yeah, this combo's fun. This is the first time I've ever raced radicals on an oval. I spotted Anthony Alfredo at Monday Night Racing, and never really got to fully experience this combo. So definitely a fun little combo that we got going on, and I don't know. We'll see how the end of this plays out. I don't know if I want to dip down there through the grass again or what, but we'll see what happens.
Do you have a strategy here for the end of the race, or do you not want to spoil it over the broadcast?
Just make sure I don't fly over the wall in turn 3 where there's no catch fence. I don't want to hurt the safety worker over there.
That sounds good to me. All right, Breyer, best of luck here, and go get him in stage 3.
Thank you.
Brian LaPrade, your stage 2 winner. Looking to win a whole lot of nothing here tonight in the All-Star race. Of course, he is our points leader right now. Going into next week. Next week, we are coming to you from Homestead in the ARCA cars. We'll get back to basics. And then after Homestead, we go to the Roval. And then we get to go to Talladega. There are points. Again, points don't matter tonight. Brian LaPrade won twice. Once at Lanier, once at CTMP. Then there's Davin Frisch, who won back at Iowa. Keenan Cozy, who won at Lanier and Iowa. Melillo, who won at Daytona. Vargas, who won Martinsville. And McCandless isn't even on that sheet. That's how far low he is. That's how few starts he's made.
Absolutely washed.
It's all right. He'll do fine in the booth next year.
Coming to the restart, stage 3. It'll be Breyer and Frisch that will lead us down for the final 17 laps. Here we go. Green flag, stage 3.
All right, let's see if it's more of the same. Nobody ducks to the grass this time. Travis Brown, Joey for the 3rd straight restart has done it. And he's going to make it work, actually. He's going to get to the inside of Jonathan Cadell on that controller. He's just everywhere. But a big run coming from Michael Frisch and Schildhaus, so Frisch is going to take the lead.
Into turn number 3, Frisch out in front. Here comes Stone down on the apron, gets back on the racetrack. Travis Brown sitting in 3rd. He wants to try and win this thing. Get his first career core win. Melillo way down there. Whoa, and he just lost it. He hit a bump, and he's going to spin it. Spinning it like Carl Edwards back in 2010, whenever he won the All-Star race, when he tore it up. I think he hit the same part of the racetrack, and it just kicked the rear up off the ground, and he lost traction in the traction car, and around he went.
Wow.
That's part of the risk-reward factor. That is the inside there, working through the turf. You know, you can gain a lot of ground, but not only do you got to deal with getting back on track in turn one, you got to deal with the bumps and the transitions that we saw earlier take victim to a lot of guys in the All-Star Open. But back to the front, these guys still jostling for position side by side now for second. Here comes Brown underneath David Schildhouse, and Joey Stone looks for a little bit to go 3 wide back behind Schildhouse. That's going to be for fourth.
You see a car in that? I don't see a car. I see headlights in that.
I don't even see a car.
There's nothing there.
Yeah, pretty far away. You got to look back to who is that, Hicken? He's a little bit further back.
Sizable lead.
There you have it. There's the onboard with Cody. See right up to Frisch.
Yep. I don't know why he can't get to him. It's kind of weird.
I think there's an air bubble in these things now. When do they mod that in there?
It's only for the leader, though. The rest of the guys are pretty close.
Oh my gosh! Look at this bumper cars here.
They are really far off of Frisch here. Maybe Frisch just has. They just can't get a run.
Cheating it up with the jet fuel.
The jet fuel.
Learn from the best in Michael Waltrip. Oh, here comes the Prad. That didn't work.
Don't learn from him, at least in that occasion. He'll drop to the back. Don't learn from him as he's, the Coke Series driver that's in the field tonight. As Cody gets by Travis here to turn one and finally gets behind Frisch. And he's going to try and go all the way with it.
Seems like this move to the inside is a feast or famine move. You can get to the lead, but you got to get back up on the banking immediately. And you just go right to the back of the field. But here comes Plash and Joey Stone. They were hooked up for a little bit. Never mind. Sideways. Big wreck in 3 and 4. Plash is upside down and over. Pirouettes like Kenny Brack from Texas in 03. And we have another caution here with 13 to go.
What a reference.
I hope his back is okay. Whew. Oh my gosh. Horrific wreck, and I think Joey just kind of got him a little too loose there.
All right, well,
right there.
Kevin, you want to take this one?
I'd rather not, because that looked like it was pretty painful, but I'll look at the wreck for you. Get another replay here, and it looks like it looks like Joey was giving a pretty good push down the backstretch, and as soon as they got into 3, pushed up, got a little bit offset with the 94, and that sent them both around many a times. Couldn't count the rotations on that one, but
at least 3 times.
At least 11 times, as a matter of fact. But we're gonna get another restart, and it looks like it's gonna be just shy of 10 to go. We have more cars on pit road. Get a pit road update. Looks like Justin's gonna be leading the field with 7 pit stops so far in the race.
The Twitch chat is pretty surprised at your Kenny Breck reference, Kevin.
Why?
James Pike says the Kenny Breck reference over here.
Well,
a lot of people appreciated that.
Oh well, yeah. I mean, that was a pretty severe wreck back in the day.
Oh, there's a second guy that's named I.B. Butler that also talked about Kenny Brack, but I mean,
did I?
What does he know?
Oh, okay.
That reference honestly caught me by surprise.
Yes, it did.
Well, hopefully, they don't, sustain the injuries that Kenny did. He luckily survived that thing. I think that is the most G's in an accident ever recorded. And I can't remember what the number is, but it was in the hundreds. Absolutely ridiculous.
No, Zach is typing. That's not good.
How many people are watching on Twitch?
We have 54 right now watching on Twitch.
Hell yeah, that's good. Got another 48 watching on YouTube. Can't ignore the YouTube peeps.
Well, I'll pay attention to Twitch. You pay attention to YouTube, Kevin, and Jacob will do everything else.
How about we pay attention to this restart here? We've got 10 laps to go in the All-Star race. It's Frisch and Schildhouse on the front row, green flag.
Huge gap between Cadell and Frisch. I'm going to stop with that now. But Travis Brown didn't get a very good restart, as the high side is going to be the place to be here, as Schildhouse tried to make a run for the lead, but Brown shoving Frisch through 1 and 2, and he's going to push him out front. He can't quite clear himself, as we're on board with Jonathan Cadell. Has the crash test dummy helmet on, but he's looking to cling onto this pack. But through 3 and 4, it's Frisch showing the way.
I'll tell you what, Cadell's going to win this thing from hiding in the back because the whole field's going to wreck, and just like Cody Hicken, he's going to be at the right place at the right time and sneak his way through to win this thing. 9 to go.
Yeah, we saw Hicken win stage or heat 3 from 7th position. Only 9 cars out here. Not a lot of places you can hide in this pack, but it looks like right now these guys are all trying to make it to the front side by side still for the lead. 2 on 4. That Highline has the numbers, but right now Travis Brown is pushing the hell out of Frisch into turn 3 to keep that lead spot.
He wants to get him as far out in front as he possibly can. The only problem is he's outnumbered on that inside line. He's got 4 of them lined up top. As we come to 8 laps to go, David Schildhouse looking for his first win in the core. Of course, you've got Frisch and LaPrade, who have already won this season. Everybody else in that pack has yet to win with the core on iRacing. Joey Stone won a couple of times in Season 2 and I believe in Season 1, but has not won since we made the switch to iRacing last year.
And Schildhouse has himself a couple of Monday Night Racing wins this year, looking to add a core victory to his resume for 2021. Still, that bottom lane, they get hip checked by Frisch. Brown looks to the inside. They fall back in line, but I'm surprised that middle lane hasn't been able to make more headway on the bottom. That bottom has just been so dominant with less cars, as now they're 2 by 2 for 3 rows deep.
They are still beating and banging up here at the front, and now Stone is dropped to the bottom. So it's 3 on 3. Hicken and Melillo are working together trying to get to the front. As we're coming to 6 laps to go. Oh, there goes Breyer and LaPrade and Stone and Hicken, and the caution's out.
Cadell also involved, and that's going to set up another restart with less than 5 to go. And it's just another set of circumstances here, Sean, where just, bumping in the wrong place at the back of the car just sends someone around, and there's just nowhere to hide. These guys all over the place just trying to avoid it, but half the field involved in that one.
Our longtime bottom split colleague, Sam Watson, had a saying he loved to say, when push comes to shove, stuff like this can happen. And again, more pushing in the wrong spot, as Kevin alluded to. It seems to be like it's happening the most in 3 and 4. And if we get a closer look at this, you could see some of the front bumpers of these cars are underneath the cars ahead of them. And that is recipe for disaster, because you just never know when the back end of these cars would get lifted up. And this is a particularly peculiar one.
Did Breyer get down into Joey there, trying to shove?
It looks like he did, because Joey was on the blue line there. Look, you could use the blue line for reference there, that green and purple car.
Oh, yeah.
And, yeah, just Breyer comes down a little bit, and Ian nowhere to go. Cadell just nowhere to go either.
So this is going to give us a restart inside 5 laps to go.
It's only fitting, right?
Right. Remember, we do have 3 green white checkers as well that we can and might actually use them here.
Gonna go out on a limb, Jacob. I'm gonna say we use all of them. All these guys want to win, and we see how I guess fragile these cars are when you're pushing people. So if it's up to me, we're using every single one of these green white checkers.
As we get closer to the finish, I think it goes just the way the racing has been. We cannot call a winner until they hit the line. It is not going to be easy to predict who wins this race at a turn 4 on the final lap. All 9 of these guys, even Cadell on his makeshift tablet setup with the PS4 controller, has a shot to steal this one with the way these guys have been racing up front.
Caleb nailing social media. Guys, it's not an acrobatic competition. Thank you, Caleb Hoffman, who finished 2nd in the Open, came up just short. Running our social media for us tonight. We'll see if he takes up my offering for the social media tonight, which is the 2001 dual call on top of the 5 wide that we saw earlier on. We're going to have 4 laps to go to settle it here from Charlotte. Green flag.
And they are going to be more than 5 wide across the line for the finish of this thing. I promise you that. Look at Jonathan Cadell. Got a great restart. Tries to gain a few spots on the top lane. And he just hits Hicken in the corner there. That's the controller talking. But he's going to slide back to where he restarted. So everyone going to be single file for the first 5, now 6 cars, and Travis Brown all by himself in the middle there.
Through 3 and 4, coming to 3 laps to go. It's Frisch and Schildhouse leading us around. Melillo sits in that 3rd spot, just waiting, lurking trying to make something happen. Shieldhouse thought about moving to the outside. Instead, Malillo's going to go downstairs. Now, here comes Plash to help Shieldhouse with 3 to go.
And here comes the moves and the chess pieces put in formation to win this thing. Here comes Shieldhouse to the top with Plash. Here comes Hicken trying to make that inside line apron move work. Not going to work for right now. Shieldhouse has the lead. Does he keep his car on the outside line to work with Plash? No. He goes the inside.
Journey.
Stone is almost around. Stays in. Brown involved. And those guys are out of the pack. Going to be 7 left. Here we go. 3 to go. 2 to go.
2 to go this time. We will not see a caution for that unless this top 4 wrecks. I don't think we're going to see a caution the rest of the night. So that's going to knock out Travis Brown and Joey Stone. They will not have a shot to win the Core All-Star race unless we see a caution flag in the next half lap.
They got to get to the white flag for this thing to be official. Do they make it? All the cars at the bottom, Hicken, Malillo below the apron, Frisch diving around trying to find a place to go. 2 cars on the top side now. Plash and Briar LaPrade trying to make something happen off of turn 4. We are coming to the white flag. 1 lap to go.
We are official. This is the last lap of the Core All-Star race. Shieldhouse leads, Frisch in second. Malillo sits in third. Plash is trying to put something together with LaPrade up on the outside. We'll see if Frisch decides to jump out in front of him and try and put something together. He looks to the inside. Shieldhouse closes the door with the defensive line. Now he goes to the outside. Here comes Plash. 3 wide for second. Plash gets moved up the hill. Here comes Malillo to help Shieldhouse as they come off turn 4. 3 wide behind. It's not going to matter. Blocking all the way down to the wall. Here comes Malillo to the inside. It's going to be Shieldhouse barely 2/1000ths of a second. David Shieldhouse survives and wins the Core All-Star race.
How fitting. They qualified so close to each other at the start of this thing, and they finish so close to this thing. Justin Malillo lost the pole by 1/1000th, and he loses the race by 2. But man, what a fantastic finish here at Charlotte. The Radicals don't disappoint. If you haven't done this car on an oval yet, you got to start. But what a win by David Shieldhouse. He is yelling in the race chat right now.
Can you?
iRacing scored this as 1/1000th of a second. ATVO scored it as 2/1000ths of a second. We'll get a replay of the finish, but David Shieldhouse is going to burn down the house, and I think rob a bank because he thinks he just won $10,000 when really he did not win a darn thing other than the race.
We're gonna bring him in here, and he's gonna be like, "Where's my 10K, baby?"
Got to go all the way to Zimbabwe for it because that's the only way he's going to find a way to get $10,000 of any kind of variety. But we'll have to get a replay of this because we talked about how Briar kind of set the stage for this one, going all the way damn near into the pits. And here they come down the backstretch. Frisch trying to set himself up. He sees this run of Plash and company to the second lane. He goes to the second lane trying to get a push. Plash says, no, I'm going to try and win this myself. He actually gets hip checked all the way back to 5th. And, you know, at this point, maybe he thinks he's over and done with, and he's going to fall back. But here comes Malillo to the inside and nearly gets it at the line and almost got it. Almost got it. And we cannot tell because there is no painted line in the grass or the turf here at Charlotte.
Hold on.
We gotta get maybe a review.
Yeah.
All right. Well, no. Okay. So looking at this, it is so close because Malillo, he is not straight on the front straightaway to the start-finish line like Shieldhouse is. Shieldhouse, his bumper is pretty much even with the line. Malillo was on an angled up toward the outside wall. So they are about even as they get to the line, but it's only part of the bumper of Malillo that gets out in front, and this angle might be the best angle to show it. Frisch just throwing desperation in this, and we'll eventually get to the start-finish line. You still got a little... Okay, this isn't as square as I thought.
Well,
but,
we had... you got to remember... Right, if you remember, Kevin, Michael Frisch and I had a very similar finish to this where I got turned in Mooncar at Talladega, and we figured out that the transponders for these cars aren't at the front. They're in the middle. They're in the middle of the cars. So there you go, Zach.
Here we go. We got the drone out with the photo finish camera.
It is so close. I'm looking at it from another angle right now.
Yeah.
If we go by, I'm going to say the top of the pod behind the cockpit. If that's where the transponder is because it's in the middle of the car, it is about 3 inches for Shieldhouse.
Oh man,
Yeah.
that is so close.
Caleb got a good angle on our social media as well that kind of captures how close this finish really is. And I'll throw it in the chats of both YouTube and Twitch so you all can see exactly what I'm talking about. It's from the infield down from pit road. I mean, it's a little further back. It's actually when the noses cross the line, not when the middle of the car crosses the line, but still, what a finish. And I think we just found the all-star race that we are never, ever, 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 ever going to give up, ever. What a finish.
Yeah, how can you with a finish like this? That is just incredible stuff out of everybody that participated. They gave us some awesome moments all night, great racing, and I don't want to say controversial, but it was a close finish. But nonetheless, David Shieldhouse is the winner of this thing. And Ben Easterday ran out of here quickly, and he's trying to figure out what to do with this thing. But I guess we got David Shieldhouse in our waiting room, Jake. We'll pull him up. So, Jake, why don't you have a word with our winner for now, David Shieldhouse?
David Shieldhouse, winner of $10,000 in Monopoly money here tonight from Charlotte Motor Speedway. You get the win by the skin of your teeth. You were dead close in qualifying with Melillo, and now it turns out that you're on top and you are the All-Star champion. Whew. Take us through those last couple of laps, because that was very intense, at least from up here.
That was absolutely nuts. It was everything that this race had been billed as, Jacob, and it delivered. I hope everybody really enjoyed this show. I know it wasn't the biggest field, but I feel like it was all quality over quantity, and that last lap, I knew once I got in front of Frisch, I was in pretty good shape, and then I started getting worried because I knew I was kind of a sit and duck. I knew the run would come to the inside, and I had to protect the inside. Justin and I both barely missed those barrels coming down to pit road. I'm losing my voice because I was screaming, but it was all about the run to the checkers, how we hit the bump and how much speed we lost. And I lost more speed than he did. And 1/1000th of a second is just to make it in through the heats and come out here and win this Core League All-Star race really means a lot. I love the Core. I've loved racing here since day one. And to be an all-star champion is really, really awesome.
I'm still out of breath from that finish. I mean, you guys came down all the way down through the grass. You mentioned how this was a small field or smaller field. If this was a bigger field like what we saw in the Open, do you think you still would have had a good enough shot if you were in that same position? Or do you think that the rest of the pack would have eaten you alive there coming off turn 4?
Yeah, it's tough to say. I all I know is what is and what was. And what was is there were 9 of us, 9 very capable, deserving drivers who all had a shot at this thing. And at the end, it came down to who made the right move at the right time. I was kind of surprised that Frisch jumped up high and didn't stay behind me and gave Justin the run to my bumper. I feel like he kind of took himself out of competition by making that move. So that was a surprise, but a relief. And it gave me just enough space to get back to the checkered flag first. I can't wait to go back and watch the broadcast, hear you, Kevin, and what's the other guy's name? Sean. That's who that is. To hear you guys scream about this. I was telling everybody when we were single file early on, we got to put on a show. We don't have a lot of cars. Let's give you all something to talk about, something the fans to watch, to enjoy. I really hope that we deliver that for you.
You certainly did. There's no doubt about it. David Shieldhouse, congratulations. You've won the All-Star race. You are locked in. You no longer have to win anything else in order to lock yourself in. You are locked in to the All-Star race for the foreseeable future. Congratulations. Best of luck on Monday Night Racing on Monday, Talladega in the trucks, and then, of course, we will see you, hopefully, a week from tonight at Homestead in the ARCA cars. Once again, congratulations, All-Star champion, David Shieldhouse.
Thank you, Jacob. Thank you to everybody. And a very happy new year to everybody watching, everybody involved. I hope that we all have a fantastic 2022 together. Big thank you to Cosman for the big push in the heat race. Splash Go Graphics was on the car. And even though he didn't make it, it really makes me feel good to win with him on my car, knowing he pushed me into it. And I can't wait. We'll see you guys real soon. Thank you.
David Shieldhouse is richer in Monopoly money tonight. He wins the Core Splash and Go Live All-Star Race. I'm not sure, do we want to bring up Justin Melillo here and talk with him with P2? You have no idea how many freaking conversations I've had with Melillo after a race where he has come up oh so close to moving on into the next round, to winning a race, and is just that much short.
You really just want to drive the point home to him, don't you?
No, the man has the opposite of a golden horseshoe stuck up his butt. I mean, he cannot fight. He does everything in his power, and it's,
he did win
I hate
Daytona.
it for him.
He did win Daytona.
He did win Daytona to lock himself into tonight. And Sean, you'll talk with our second place finisher, barely, Justin Melillo.
You're gonna put it on me then. Okay, so Jacob was just mentioning, Justin, that I mentioned in qualifying you lost out in the pole by 1/1000th of a second. You finished second in the race, the big race, by 1/1000th of a second. So it was a heck of a race, man. But take us through that last lap. How in the world did you even get to that side-by-side photo finish position to go for the win?
Man, first I just want to apologize to you guys. I let you all down. I told you I was going to win it. And 1/1000th of a second. Damn, so close. But I was pushing on the bottom line there. I knew if I could get up in like second or third there into turn 3 on the final lap, I'd at least have a shot at it. And Frisch went high. I don't know why he did. I don't know what he was thinking in that moment, but I knew watching the end of stage 2 and watching Breyer go down there and win it like that was going to be the only way to win this off a turn 4. So I stuck it down there. David stuck it down there. He knew exactly what I was doing. I still managed to get below him. We both almost hit the barrels, but that is by far the closest finish that I've ever lost in my entire life.
I mean, David said the same thing. You guys came, I want to say, within millimeters of hitting those pit barrels there. One unfortunate netcode incident, you guys were done for. But I was kind of curious about that too, because I mean, you and Frisch were moving. You pushed him all the way through 1 and 2, and you got him to the back bumper of Schilthouse. Then he just left it. I mean, you said you were surprised. I mean, your strategy couldn't change at all. I mean, you saw Breyer go down and win stage 2 through the grass. I mean, that's one of those things where you're just instinctual from there. Was there anything you think you could have maybe done differently in that situation to maybe get that 2/1000ths of a second to get in front of David?
I mean, the only thing different that I could have done in that moment when Frisch went high was to push him. And by choosing the high lane, I would have chose to lose. And that's not what I'm here for. I'm here to win. So I took the bottom and I got as close to David. I backed off a little bit, and then I got the run coming off the corner. And I don't know if I could have done anything different. I mean, he hit the grass perfectly where he slowed down enough, but I just so close, so close. But so it's my second place in an all-star race this week. So I guess I'll just have to take that.
Well, it's okay. I mean, you got the best average finish of an all-star race for 2021, if that means anything. But Justin, man, nonetheless, great show for everybody here tonight. Now, one more thing before I let you go. Do you think if you were to play it again, would you have turned David for the win there? Do you think you would have stooped that low to do that?
Who do you think I am?
I don't know. I gotta ask. I'm a journalist. I gotta ask.
I would not. I'm not going to do that. I'm not a dirty wrecker for a win. I was in a fix today and I got pushed into somebody and that turned him for the win. And I felt horrible for it, but that wasn't my fault. So, oh my God, look at those barrels. We almost just creeped those barrels. But no, I'm not going to wreck anybody for the win, or at least I'm not going to try to wreck anybody for the win. That's not my MO. I'm going to try and win it clean. I'm going to try and win it fair and square. I hope everybody enjoyed what went on tonight. It was an incredible race. It was incredible to be a part of it. Yeah, there were 9 of us, but I mean, we were all trying all the time. There were wrecks. There was, some hurt feelings at times, but it was all for fun and all for show, and I was really glad to be a part of it.
Well, Justin, we're glad you're able to be a part of one of the ones who put on that show for us, and everybody did enjoy it, and I know we did. But Kevin's not enjoying it because he bet what's left of his Monopoly money on this race for you to win it, and now he's got to figure out what he's going to do. So
I can't pass go anymore.
I'm so sorry, Kevin.
Can't do it anymore. But Justin, man, thanks again for the interview. Always great talking to you. And again, can't be mad with second, but nonetheless, great show put on tonight. Congrats on the P2, bud.
Thanks, guys.
Jake, back to you, man.
Well, Fresh isn't here, so final thoughts from the All-Star race, gentlemen. Final thoughts.
I mean, what can be said about this race that hasn't been said already? I mean, this was, as everyone said, for all intents and purposes, as David said perfectly, quality over quantity with this field. And the Radicals, they are known for being a road car, but they'll produce a hell of a show on oval if you got the right people. And Kevin, this was if you didn't enjoy this race, I don't know what to tell you.
I think we knew coming into this race that this is what we were going to see. And, once again, this package, this style of racing, whether it's here at Charlotte, any mile and a half for that matter, you can probably throw these at even Dover and it's a good show. And these 9 guys did just that. And we saw, even despite only being less than 10 cars, we saw 5 wide for the lead. We saw people driving through the grass, and we saw, so many wrecks. But by the end of it, we had a really great finish, and it was a tough break for Justin, but it was great to see David win Heat 1, get his way in as quickly as possible from the open, and then come in and win the All-Star race tonight for the core.
Well, we're back next week in 2022. How in the world we got to that point, I have no idea. But we are back next year. Next week.
Oh, here we go.
I know. I had to. Next week from Homestead Miami Speedway. The Core makes its debut on iRacing at that track. A lot of good finishes from Core on Heat there. We'll see if we can replicate one next week from Homestead. The rest of the schedule, we go to Homestead, then we come back here to Charlotte to run the Roval. Then we head to Talladega. Then we go to North Wilkesboro. And then we wrap it up at Atlanta. We've only got 5 races left in the season. This thing is coming down to a close rather quick. It's been an awful lot of fun here tonight from Charlotte for the All-Star race. Congratulations to David Schildhouse, a winner. He makes it from the open to the feature and wins it all. For Zach Johnson, our producer, Kevin McAdams, and Sean Butler, I'm Jacob Hitz. Thanks for watching a radical race tonight. We'll see you next week from Homestead. Good night.